Sveiki gyvi. O. Blemą pamiršau. Crash landing skill. Kaip yra, kas yra crash landing skill? Ai, reikia nusileisti ant kažko, kad sulaužyt kažką. Okei. O. Jo, gerai. Dual spinai. Nu jo, zaibys. Jau įvykdžiau tą? Ar tu? Taip greitai. Galima visus driftą padaryti. Tuos dalykus. Žinau net kokią mašiną padaryti. Nėra tokio šio, what the fuck. Kodėl nėra jo šio? Tai aš turiu ją atsirakinęs, tada šiaip kažkaip taip keista. O gerai, aukcioną jeigu. O. Kokios kainos? From car collection. A, tai atsirakint reikia. 6 dar reikia. Blemba kokį brangi. O čia free? Daug? So... Kas čia? A. Nu, tikiuosi užteks jau šitos. Aha, jis pagaliau. Kaip aš anksčiau dar šitos neturėjau. Jau čia bus žiauriai geras aparatas. Blet, neįsaugojau. Aš tikiuosi bus čia. Yra, ačiū Dievui. Labai gerai. Damat, čia tai bus aparatas dabar. Šimto 30 reikia. Padarysim. Ką, žinau, nesunku. Aš jau pripras prie šitos mašinos, bet šiaip tai žiauriai smagiai važiuoja. Aš tik galvoju, gal man čia sunkiau yra driftinti su šitą mašiną dėl to, kad čia aš simuliacinį pasidaręs steeringą. O jo, dabar jau tikrai paprašiau. Labai gerai. Nice. Gerai, aš tai dar kartą noriu, man taip patiko šitas gabalas. Nu, tipo, miksas. Nice, labai gerai. Labai gerai kol kas. Tiesiog keliu kaip ir viskas, dabar liko tik offroadas, man atrodo, ne? Kaip matau jo, ir labai nedaug liko. Gerai. Padarysim. Na, gerai, šitie kaip ir į pabaigą. Čia visi. Šitas liko. Gerai. Nice. Tai dar dadėjo drifto? Ar man pasigirdo? Neliktais? Bet tai gerai, tai išgi visus padariau, tai kas ne taip. Ar kažką praleidau. Baim. Ką ne pasiėmiau? Kaip čia taip? Nu, ką gero, pizinis? Nieko, šiaip va, žinai. Žaidimukus savo graino šia ir tiek. Tokios tos takelės. Nieko, eliminatorius pasiėmiau vieną pagaliau vakar. Gerklę pasitempiau. iš to džiaugsmo jaučiu. Kas dar. Ai, Lithuanian Streets buvau šiandien nuvykęs Jonavą pasižiūrėt. O dabar jau antrą kartą, dabar Forza žaidžiu ir antrą kartą Leitpalo miksą naują bandau. Nu, nebandau, tiesiog klausau, nes šiaip zabys. Smagiai klausos. Tai o tu? Dama pritrunka. Reikia žinau, kokią mašiną pasiimti. Savo. O va, kaip tai galėsime žaisti tą. Playlistą daryti, jeigu norėsi. Dar tada gal Mia. Ar kaip tai vadinti ateis? Prie to pačio. Tai gerai, tai kad ir po to. O tai dabar jau bus, neįsai? Nes aš ir galvoju, ar ko streamin man jį, ar ne. Nu, tipo, aš jo kaip realiai legaliai negaliu, bet tai ką man ten užbanins, tikrai ne. Ai, tai gerai. Tai aš ir vienas galiu perimti, man tai čia, žinai. Lemba, toj. Limbo šiandien jau su Zetke. Nelaimėjau. Ne, tai man tai čia per kiek laiko tarė, tai čia mažiausiai rūpi. Dabar man tai išvis aš euforija esu, kadangi laimėjau eliminatorių. Kadangi eliminatorių laimėjau, tai jau dabar ramu yra, dėl šito žaidimo jau tikrai pasimsiu platinu. O čia vos ne vos. Jo, literaliai. Ryt kursi laužiuką? Tai rytoj... Palauk, tai ne Joninės ar Joninės rytoj? 23 Joninės. Palauk, kaip čia palauk. Šiandien palauk yra kas? Tai 24 ar 23? Ai, 23 Joninės. Ai, tai gerai. Ne, nekursiu. O tu? Šiaip galvoju, šiandien cesą gal visai net norėčiau irgi pats paimti. Nu jo, čia šitą suprantu, tik tais galvoju, nes kažkaip labai, žinai, darbą nereikia antradienį, dėl to ir galvoju. Šiaip. O, blėt. Nu na. Zaibys. Lemo miksiukas, tai žiūri geras padarytas leitpalo. Niekart nėra nuvylęs. Nuvylęs. Gal ir gerai, gal ir gerai. Atipala dar nepradėjo. Kol aš čia darysiu savo reikalus. Labai gerai. Ir pažiūrėsim ir viską. beprūtiška ir keista. Fuck. Gerai, sudėtingiau negu tikėjaus. Nice. Zaibys. Baigsis Leitpalo miksas ir galėsim tada paleisti jau tą normalų. Čia ką rodo. Capri. Ir Ferraris buvo tiesiog ahuienas priekį, nu. Gerai. Aš dar tų nepadariau. Normaliai. Nu gerai, padarysim.
This time can be different from the last time at the Shanghai. It's for our team, our country, our region.
Are you nervous?
Just do my thing, trying to win, chasing the dreams.
I always think about my teammates. We're like family and brothers.
We're just 5 kids who enjoying CS, playing in front of the crowds.
Чуть прошника дедос, ну.
USA people cheering for us. Yeah.
Everyone knows us. We need to be an inspiration to the younger generations.
Is it possible Mongols era starts in Austin?
Why not? I think we can. Just beat them and raise their trophy. Yeah.
Ne visi būna. Eik tu nachui. Blet gruzas šveliam. Eik tu nachui. Fucking Apexas rodo dar fucką. Eik tu nachui, blet, rodas. Ir tai jau, tipo, užnisus visa ta komanda yra ir dar labiau gruzo duoda. Tipo, gerai. Biškai žaidžia tiesą, bet tai duokit ir kitiem pažaisti. Suck my dick, suck.
And also considered by IGL Investor.
We are really looking for the win. You have so much pressure on you, you're thinking about your game plan, you individually, you need to be good. Everything combined it's a lot. I don't think it's possible to sleep.
If you were to lift the trophy, who would you dedicate this win to?
To the haters?
My family, I say, my mom, my grandmother. I was 9 years old and my grandmother was following me in a tournament. So that's something I love.
A lot of people don't want us to win. They want like to Cinderella stories, Faith or whoever they want. I want to prove them that it's bullshit. We know we're the big favorites. There is no doubt about it.
Clutch has been leading up to this very moment, the major grand final, and it feels like it is a date with destiny. We have Vitality on one side of the server. Apex said it himself, heavy favorites coming into this arena. But on the other side, we have a Cinderella story in the making, Maui, and stranger things have happened in North American arenas.
Oh, of course. Nobody can forget what happened in Boston. And I know that the Mongols, they're not from Mongolia, but I know for all America, we welcome the Mongols.
Tai iš ne Mongolijos?
I'm sure they're welcome in here, Freya, but question remains, though, they have the level in order to take it to Vitality. Can they beat what is currently the best team in the world? We've spoken about it already. Let's speak about win condition. Let's speak about what needs to happen in order for the Mongols to get it going. Sensu, big point of conversation, has had a fantastic playoff so far, but he's the one player that usually drops off the most versus Vitality. Now, we know Mirage is coming up as the first map as well, and guess what? They played in Dallas a month ago. I think the Mongols should have won that game. They looked like the better team, but guess what player didn't show up in that game as well? Sensu. I think the biggest playmaker tonight, the biggest difference the Mongols can show up with is Sensu. If he plays well, I see them have a chance.
A massive win condition for the side of Mongols, as is 9-10. We've already talked about it, Maui. The fact that he is the highest rated player here in the playoffs, closely followed by Zaiwu behind him. This is going to be a showdown for the ages in terms of the All-Thing.
I mean, 9-10, what he wants to do is take Vitality's lunch money, just like he did back in the LAN cafes in Mongolia, taking it from all the other fellow countrymen that he had. He's been a sharp shooter at these playoffs, and I feel like he is going to give absolutely everything to stick it to Vitality.
Well, we're calling them underdogs for a reason, because the odds heavily siding with Vitality. It makes sense, Jacob, but we love dreams here in NA. Do you think we're at least getting 3 maps in this grand final?
I would love to. I would love to see 3 maps, and I think there is a chance. I think there's a chance with Mirage in particular. I was diving into the stats as well, and if there's one weakness when it comes to Vitality under Mirage, the T side, they rely a lot on Zaiwu. He's the only player who's gone positive KD in the last 3 months on Mirage. So if Zaiwu is not playing well, the Mongols have a chance.
They say everything's bigger in Texas, and the stakes don't get any bigger than this. It's time to kick off the major.
Kaip dar nenužovė to Apexų, blemba, ten Teksase pilna visi su ginklais vaikšto.
I want to ask you a question. What are your memories of me? I was there during your first big clutch. I could hear your heart pounding through the microphone. Do you remember your first first setback? I remember those moments you wish you could forget. The moments when you had done everything and it wasn't.
Visi, ne man atrodo jau.
But I was there when that got better. The happiness. Breaking through the barrier you didn't know was there. I saw you improve. I saw what you could do. I remember thinking you'd quit. And I remember when you'd first felt greatness.
Nice.
I remember that through all the odds stacked against you, you found a way. Every last second diffused. Every friendship made and broken on your rise to the top. And the only thing left to ask is, will they remember you?
Ten of the world's greatest players stand before you. They have nowhere to run, and they have nowhere to hide. Tonight, we will watch them fight with their dreams on the line. Austin, Texas, pay close attention. Do you feel it? Your heart pounding with anticipation. That shiver down your spine? Counter-Strike lives within us! America! The world is watching! And it's your time to shine! This is the Austin Major Grand Finals! Right here! Right now!
Tik не imagine, прошу. Как-то нахуй, блядь, чуть не ищу.
Let's get it.
Somebody flies home a champion. Somebody goes home destroyed.
Everybody woke up today thinking this was their chance. Only one team leaves with this trophy.
Flamesy to kick it off the teammate's flash. It's Techno down first, and it's an A site that's going to get tested as 910 finds his slight opening. Single man advantage. Vitality slows it down. We're still just getting them stuck outside of that ramp, though. Blitz gets a little bit of damage in. Kills start to come back. Senzu's going to try to save this. We go 2v2. We've evened it out for a second. Again, these slight mid-round pauses, but that bomb is gone. What do you have in the clutch? 910 early on.
Yeah, you got 910 in the 1-on-2. The guy who logs on today is the least hours of anybody else on this map. The least trophies, the least experience in this situation. And one of the most amazing op runs for someone of his stature in this playoffs.
Ooh, they let him have that space. So bombs planted, Glocks up. No kit for the two players. Rops takes a look before Apex arrives. Rops wants into the action, doesn't need his in-game leader to help him. Rops knows how to win. That is why he's here. That's why Vitality have made it. And so first round goes the way of the favorites.
Yeah, Rops incredibly decorated, and somebody who said, if we're going to lose a match, don't let it be this one. They got this far. The only player on the server that's been in every single CS2 major final, but also hasn't won one.
Look at the confidence on this though, right?
And the last two, we saw Spirit, we saw Na'Vi. This is their best chance yet. But what we have to understand about the Mongols is they've been a top 5 team this entire season. They are one of 6 teams that has even taken a map off of Vitality this season. In fact, they beat them twice on Nuke. And that's what makes this veto incredibly brave, because they had that option, yet they picked Mirage. They're leaning into their strengths. They've been very good on this map here in playoffs.
Within this playoffs, we saw Flamesy have a bit of an off first half within Mirage, then be able to kick it back up a notch for the attack. Every single piece of Vitality better come to play, because that's the one difference between this Mongols and the Mongols you've been watching all year long. Finally piecing it together in a playoffs. And it was a slow start versus Pain on this very same map. Didn't seem to shake them. They waited it out. They won a clutch. And from that point on, 13 rounds straight. Right now, Apex, better be careful. Inside of that smoke reside a couple players. He doesn't like the risk of it, so he'll go back, lean away from the murder hole as we get a little bit of an expedition over towards the ramp.
Feels like he's in purgatory right now. We got Flamesy
It's
trying to
enough.
smooth out this angle. A couple of good fights coming the way of Vitality. First one, Apex wins.
Zywoo then catching good timing inside a connector, knows that that pinch could be inbound. Blitz is going to try to recover this. Again, not everybody with the best weapons. Tech9, what a wallbang frag off that upgraded pistol. Do what you must to try to break down this A defense, but it looks like it's still going to stand tall. Good timing on the peak from Apex, and Vitality convert this one with majority still alive.
Yeah, and he was a little bit everywhere this round. When it was at the back of window, I think there were not enough answers right there. Mongols got close. They got to the doormat of getting in the window, getting up the A ramp, but Vitality stayed vigilant. That's why they got those kills. We're going to have Mongols chance in the building tonight. And the reason is, as someone from North America, we can all relate to being an underdog in Counter-Strike.
Feels like every region outside of Europe can rally behind the Mongols for that reason. They defeated Pain on the way.
Pirmožai buvo.
We saw what happened between the Brazilian scene and the Chinese teams here in Austin. The support goes beyond the borders. Desert Eagles across the board for this one. Single Tech9, they take their time with it, but again, Vitality not looking to play scared whatsoever. Floating out in middle. It's an absolute slaughter, barring Mzinho out through the palace. Unfortunately, doesn't have a bomb to go with that. Could have got the plant off, could have got the funds going. He could still chip away at it though. This Desert Eagle looking sharp.
He's grabbed a couple of skulls. Better gun now. Bomb not in a good spot. Vitality gonna try to chill. They have gotten 1v3 at this event. They have made a couple of mistakes early on in the game, but I think all that's just sharpened them up.
Oh. And Rops has got it cut down.
We're talking about Mongols playing against the best team in the world and drawing the comparison back to the last time we were in America. Boston beat Cloud9, were a top 6 team. They played against FaZe. These guys were the most stacked roster at the time in terms of legendary players still near their prime or in their prime. But they didn't have a streak like Vitality have. They didn't have these 7 trophies in a row. That's what they're looking for.
Ahead of this playoffs, Mongols only had 4 playoff matches won throughout their endeavors. Cut shy so many times, but let's see if guns make a difference. Game begins here, round 4. Vitality established that buffer. How long's the lead last? Off the flash, Apex into the action, blitz. Ooh, almost let Apex regain his vision. Instead, we go 1 for 1.
He was in the Goldilocks zone right there between the Molly and the smoke. Mzinho, he's been hitting some very intriguing shots.
And good timings. Takes a quick look at it. Opts not to swing wide. Blitz getting ever closer. Bomb starting to get inbound as well. Techno simultaneously taking a bit of a look on the other side. Vitality busy, but they stay active.
Yeah, it seems like they're fully aware of the setup now, actually. Mzinho he's already past the offline. He knows that no one's there on the site watching. This helps Blitz as well. He's the ward in the watchtower at the moment. The CTs, don't know if they're found out yet, but Flamesy comes back to make sure.
Again, we've seen little tidbits of timings from both teams. Vitality keep just stepping into the action right when Mongols have this false sense of confidence. Single smoke and a single Molotov here for the Mongols. They go very quiet at 40 seconds. How do you deal with that ramp control? I mean, that's really the Vitality strength in this position. Blitz trying to offer up some support so that Techno can move in.
Yes, opens up an ability to plan as well. They need to get rid of this A-ramp setup, however.
910's Molotov. It's perfectly placed.
And they can plant for that smoke.
This
Perfect
is good.
utility usage.
For as much as Vitality feels like they've figured it out, Mongols working with very little, put it exactly where it needs to be, and then we start to see some missed shots. Flamesy drops the ball. Rops though, maybe they didn't anticipate that second player, so now 910 gonna be fixated on this as Blitz attempts to catch connections on the players, but it is a stoic looking Zywoo towards the catwalk, and a late move here from Mezzy. All 3 players working with the kits, still 2 smokes out here. Vitality do have time to play, but that time's starting to add an extra layer of pressure. Drops while throwing grenades, that's killed. The 9-10 has the cover. Mezzi's gonna try to close the distance, but good support. Mezzi in the middle goes down. Mongols perfectly.
Visi kaip džiaugiasi.
You said game starts here, and it did. That rifle, they worked it all the way to the end. They slowed down there in the mid-round. It looked a little bit nervous. Flamesy came back, found his pickoff. He's been doing good work on the A ramp, but Blitz gets the really key frag right here. Connector control is what it's all about when you're going to go for the A split, and he's very careful from this position of getting to safe zones. Zeus joining us in the front row. Everybody wants to watch history. As Rob said it, history upon history if they're able to take this win.
The beauty of our finals tonight, regardless of who wins, it is history. A damn near perfect season out of Vitality, or your first ever Asian major champions.
Kaip
It's a
pritrūko.
sentence I think a lot of people in this room didn't think we would ever have to say. And yet, a lot
Akina.
of them in here want to say it. First round collected for the Mongols. It is evidence Vitality bleeds. Very low buy for Vitality as well. When we saw how perfectly that utility went down for the Mongols last round.
Yeah, they're not actually in a spot to prod into mid. Mahone brought up in the video before. Messi's usually here on Cat. Zywoo in his position to take his ticket pick, and they're trusting Flamesy. He's been doing so good on the ramp, but this guy's just watching palace for him right now.
Here we go. Cat challenge. Nice shots by Robs.
Did they get the bomb on the way or not? They didn't.
Oh, it dropped.
They did not get the bomb.
Bomb fell inside of the smoke. You can take that B site. Mezzi just hit that dink. That's a ton of damage through the wall bang. Again, the kills start to come out for the Mongols, but now they're starting to realize the error of their ways.
Oh, who needs a bomb?
Bit of a challenge for Zywoo. But he misses his shot. And that bomb will get scooped back up as Rops went down. Galil pressed between the two. Catches Zywoo off. Flamesy, quick action into the play, but the bomb has gone the other direction. And his rotation back will be a treacherous path. If he thinks they're playing side by side, he is wrong.
So
As he
nah.
comes through this doorway, he is cautious, but not cautious enough. Or is he? Flamesy collects it, but Senzu's there to trade. We go 2 rounds straight for the Mongols.
Nervous moment. Nice shots from Flamesy. Good hot start from him early, but another great round for the Mongols. Vitality are getting tested. Bomb drops the way to face. Mzinho looks right into the ladder room. Very awkward moment if they didn't get the 2 kills and entries on the B site. This round could have totally fallen apart.
Nice.
Now, Vitality will have to get creative. Should be clear as day to the Mongols how much money they have to use.
Oh my god. Nu. Tai tikrai.
Misstep. They don't want to fall to a mistake. USPs go swinging. Top middle control is everything. Coupled nicely with an underpass player as well. Singular USP frag comes out of Vitality. They stop wasting everybody's time. Throw themselves at their enemies.
Ooh.
And meet a bit of a brick wall. We are tied early on Mirage.
There's going to be certain benchmarks in this game to believe it's even possible that Vitality lose. And Mongols even tying the game at any point was won.
Tik kad nepapučiais tos dūdos.
It may seem like not much.
So I appreciate your commitment to launching off danger sites. Really, I do. Can I convince
I feel like I'm back in Paris.
O ko tu CES atidarmentuose nedalyvauji?
Way less French
O ko tu Trackmanijos atidarmentuose nedalyvauji?
But just as many French fries.
Yeah.
3-3. That's not small. We saw Mongols start 5-0 down versus Pain came back, won 13 rounds in a row.
But no offense, Pain to Vitality. This defense better answer.
would have been less meaningful if the game was close, but it really wasn't.
Through smoke, huh?
Wow.
9-10.
Eyes closed.
Yep.
Forcing Apex to call from the sidelines.
Dabar tai jau labai progresuoju paskutiniu metu. Nu tai liko realiai labai paprasti trofėjai, liko, ta prasme, 50 photos, nu tai čia jau, tipo, tiesiog perėti per mašinas, nusifotografuoti, 6 lenktynės laimėti, 294 starsus from PR stunts, tai, nu kiek čia liko, blemba, 23, round 3, tada šitus pa. Nu, kad lengvi tai nepasakyčiau, nu tai pavyzdžiui, va yra, šito dabar dar vieną laukiu, po to Finance Smash Out, sudaužyti 250 bordų, nu tai čia irgi kosmosas yra, biški realiai. Complete 5 seasonal smashable challenges, tai čia toks labai RNG ir labai grindy dalykas, labai ilgai reikia laukti. Čia šitas nesąmonė, čia šitas pohui ir šitas easy, nu tai žodžiu. O jau vykdžiau tokius iš trofėjų, kurie yra tikrai sudėtingi. Visus kelius atvažinu, atradau. Šitas pohui, šitas biškai pavargau ir tada eliminatorių laimėjau, tai čia yra šiaip kosmosas. Tikrai, tikrai. Aš turiu beveik lemų, bet nerandu retų mašinų, ką nusipirk, suffering from success. Nu jo. Įsivaizduoju, tikrai, tikrai. O tai kur tu dalyvauji? Nematęs niekad, tikrai niekad nematęs.
Vitality come in again, shoulder to shoulder. This time Mezzi with a bit more support in the Estonian. Space given over to Techno. He catches them off guard. But does he know about Mezzi, who's backed into another clutch? Back-to-back 1v1s. This time Techno has the equal amount of health in the utility.
Zavis? Aš nežinau, aš jaučiu susirinksiu iš to žaidimo visus trofėjus ir jau net nežinau, ar žaisiu ar nežaisiu šitą žaidimą tiek. Labai jis man būna po to labai greit atsibosta. Dar tik labai noriu Hot Wheels'o DLC sužaisti, nes prieš tai žaidžiau, tai belė kaip patiko. Tas visas progressionas ir dabar tai irgi gerai. Turėtų būti tikiuosi. Nu tai realiai praktiškai Hall of Fame gauni ir viskas, čia daugiau nelabai ką šitam žaidime ir veikti yra. Tai ten milijonais, ten dar jaučiu dar mažai, būna dar daugiau jaučiu. Katovice tai išvaizduoju, ten iš vis turėtų būti kosmosas. Jokas per nesąmonę. Eklas prieš vieną milą surinkau, daugiau gauti beveik neįmanoma, o kaip pažiūrėti, ar aš Hall of Fame? Tai jeigu tu virš milijono turi, tai aišku, tu Hall of Fame. Nes Hall of Fame tai tiesiog reikia tas, kur yra Horizon Adventure. Šitus visus atsirakini. Ten pasikeli kažkiek, tai ten dar 1000 kalaidų kažkiek taškų ir po to atsirakini. O tai kaip beveik neįmanoma, ta prasme? Vis tiek kažkaip turi būti įmanoma, jaučiu. Ar ten jau, tipo, jau pavėlavai?
was disappointed to not see Nuke in this veto from the Mongols, but also they're showing us why they picked Mirage. Certainly Vitality were ready for that pick more than this one. Expressing dominance inside of mid. Oh, getting great moments from Zaiwu out of window on these smokes.
Perfectly positioned, getting a lot of impact out of this one, and they're not going to be able to stop it from repositioning either.
He's got so many openers or refrags from the spot.
Certainly trying to play like the best player in the world.
It's like curdled defense. You got no one in ladder room again, even though we've got 5 CTs up. They're playing on the perimeter, sort of.
Not going to be able to really find these players, though. Hidden inside of this B site. Mezzi floating around the bench, gets early damage onto Senzu. Will clean that one up. He's trying to set up all the distractions so that Robs can do what he does. Hit you from the side. He'll do exactly that. Dropping bomb in the process. B site hell. B site real.
Nu, tai bet tai galima pačytinti tos dalykus. Ten kažką įkeli aš palaikinu ir susirenka, nebent ten milijonais reikia, tai tada tai nafik tikrai.
Last series they played was so close. Ended 13-11. Mongols and Blitz, when asked what he thinks about this final, he's not someone to tell jokes. Said it's about 50-50 in his head. And if you watched the last series, it was 50-50. It was extremely close game. The streak almost ended there.
What you're looking at right now is Counter-Strike, folks. Counter-Strike in the heart of Texas. Mara and Extaz. Trying to keep everybody's nerves under wraps.
Nerves may be a conversation that comes into play. We'll see. We'll see when and where. But for now, we see the Mongols open up after getting crushed and collapsed versus FaZe last stage into playing them in playoffs, where you'd think FaZe would have an even bigger advantage, and standing up to all of their previous losses, sort of the undignified exits, whether it was Shanghai or some of the other events that they played. Stood up to it all, played their best, yes. Round 11, we're talking about 2 AKs here for the Mongols.
Yes, sir. Off the tack pause, don't forget it. Kind of plan is in place. Apex was the result of a few early deaths. Still has a great scoreline. Zaiwu's taking up that
Tarsime 5-6.
space left in middle. This time doing it on his own. He floats back into safety.
Ai, 5 žmonių, kad būtent vieno.
Zaiwu has gotten by himself in these mid-round moments, sort of mysteriously appearing in the window, testing a smoke on a certain timing. But if you ask me, Mongols are taking over mid this often if they get it consistently.
Eik, tu na.
They're definitely gonna find
Bet taip, jeigu būčiau aš
Zaiwu down, but
ir tikrai norėčiau rinkt,
Apex in that pregame.
jaučiu rinkčiau.
Greatest in-game leader to ever do it, that he wants to be the player with the most
Ah.
trophies.
okay.
Tai yra dita kokį papaustinį ir viskas.
Rotation from Vitality is incorrect. God.
No support elements whatsoever, just Nezzy singly sitting here. Sure, pistols in the front of this apartment's push ahead of that bomb, but it's also a question about joining up with the cat hit that eventually Senzu's gonna put in place. Senzu floats around the ladder room. Here's that help. Apex is dead. Mezzi goes down with nothing to the hand of the Desert Eagle. Just the pistol to break open the site. And then Techno goes one better. Rotator also dead. And so working with less doesn't seem to hold back the Mongols.
Žiūrėk, normaliai, čia lygiai varo.
They're here to put on a show. No one can say they aren't playing their best right now. That was 2 AKs coming into this round versus the world's best.
This is Blitz catching the opening. An opening kill that definitely delayed the rotation from Robs as well, who we see fall inside the market. Oh, glimpse of it there for Mzinho, so he knows to be on high alert, but what a reaction.
Oh. Yeah, from Mezzi's POV seemed impossible.
That is grass-fed American beef.
Na.
Mezzi wants to take a bite for sure.
Doesn't have a head to do it. One Desert Eagle shot. So now already we're seeing Vitality lose to straight-up gun rounds. Vitality lose Zaiwu in the middle of the map, lose to pistols.
We go one back, one major back. Obviously, Senzu wasn't there, but you know who was? Mzinho. in that playoff game on Ancient, it was Mzinho who looked like he was unaffected. The player that looks like he plays well beyond his years.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Again, they're going to try to float around top mid. There's bodies here in 9-10, but he's gone.
Kur šio?
Want to chase him.
Ką tu ten per akumuliatorių čiulpi? Elektroninė cigaretė. Akumuliatorių. Nu. Sugalvok tu man dar taip. 175 tūkstančius, prašau. Vieno trūksta Starso. Tai čia bet kur.
Wasn't spotted.
It got picked back up. 9-10.
Wait, look how Techno's scaling here.
Just through the side of it, Mezzi. How many clutches can he be put into, and how many can he come up with? Health advantage once more. It's the headshot. And so the Mongols will take
Lemą kažką jaučiu labai praleidau.
T-side of their map peak. Proof is in the pudding. Vitality bleed.
Living Legend, prašau. Labai gerai.
We're here at the Alienware booth inside the Moody Center, and for anyone that is visiting the major, you can come here yourself and test out these amazing setups using the latest Alienware technology that I'm sure you want to be able to try. Because right now, we've got Mouse's Yimfat with us over here, Phases Elite,
Labai gerai.
and they're going to be having a 1v1. We're going to be testing out the QD OLED. It's a 27-inch monitor coming out from Alienware, and it is looking crispy, it's looking fine. We're going to put it to the test in a 1v1 with some of our best players. So let's get into it. You guys are ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Hands on the mouse, be prepared.
Yeah.
So we're playing some arena. Elise, you have a bit of experience with these monitors, right? Talk to me, what are you feeling so far?
Yeah, so far it feels really smooth. Initial impressions is it is like really big compared to my monitor, since we usually play on 24-inch monitors, and this one's 27. But yeah, at home I've used the 500 hertz Alienware before. So yeah, I'm no stranger.
500 Hz, nu.
Do you notice some specific differences when you're seeing the OLED?
I think that, I mean, the response time is obviously great. I mean, just from like the test, that OLED should have like really low response time, so it's fun to try it now.
So this should be faster than what we're normally cooking with at events.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. And you are owning right now. There we go. Okay, I'll come over to your side.
I need some confidence.
The James effect.
I'll give you some confidence boosting. How are you finding it, Yimmy?
I like it. For me, like the biggest change is the size.
Yeah.
And I can for sure like see it also the resolution.
It looks crazy clean.
Really, really crisp, yeah. But also like the monitor leg. So I can feel it like really well in between like my keyboard and mouse. Like it's pretty
so it's not
for
sticking
me.
out, right?
Yeah.
Sako, akumuliatorių čiulpi.
Can check the score.
You're getting cooked right now. The score is not looking good, Jimmy.
It's not that bad.
Ko iš čia? A, iš to net negaliu pasimti dabar. Taip, na, grizas.
Could something like this, could we move to OLED? Could we move to a bigger monitor?
Rimtai negaliu pasimti iš jo?
Things change as technology advances.
I don't see why not. I think just a lot of players like don't like trying new things. But I think that if they feel like how good their response time is and everything feels fast,
Ai, galiu, viskas gerai.
the software or anything, people are used to their settings, then I don't see why not.
Jimmy, you got to lock in, man.
Oh, here we are. There it is.
Okay, now he's back.
One more.
Oh, 100 for Elise.
Okay.
76 for Yimfat. GG's. Look at you shaking it off the hand.
Well, 100, that's a lot. We just played for a while, actually.
There we have
Actually.
wins the Alienware 1v1 between our professional players. But you guys, you can
Jis ryštai jaučiu ne amerikietis ar amerikietis, nes netrodo taip, kaip būtų, kad amerikietis.
this monitor. Put your skills to the test, and at the end of the day, you might be able to walk away with this yourselves and take it home. I'm so jealous of you get to do that because this is looking fantastic right now. So good luck, have fun. Make sure you come on down to here.
Wielding a couple of very important rounds at the end of that one. Mongols may have started this half slowly, but they don't give a damn. They kick it right back into gear to close it. They deny a couple of clutches, and they have
Nu, tipo, bet vis tiek man toks iš veido, jis neatrodo, kad būtų iš tos pusės, žinai. Toks kaip propsas panašiai, man jis toks biškai primena. Nežinau.
Techno denying Mezzi in the end. This allows this to not just be a tied scoreline at the end of the first half. 7-5 here on map 1. What Mongols fail to do every time they meet Vitality. Oh, and a special thank you to all of our production, working tirelessly for these last few weeks.
All night long last night.
What Mongols failed to do was win their map pick. They could win nuke, but that
Lemma, XP boardus šiandien tikrai nenoriu, nes biškai, tipo, pradėsiu, po to užsiknisiu labai.
Fast moves from Vitality though.
Nu, dar čia vienas yra. Pradžiai tai noriu vis tiek pirmą tos pasimnės. Po to, kai kiekvieno teleportuotis, tai labai šaibų išėjęs. Geriau čia vat pradžiui. O, čia įdomiai. Nes po to labai užsiknisiu iš ten. Jau čia reikia iš čia bandyti šokti labiau. Nes ir Kerrigan jis tipo nuskaitos kaip tas, kaip amerikietis, bet man tai jis toks, nu, tikrai ne amerikietiška vaibo atrodo. Labiau gal atsikraustęs į Ameriką.
Such a big difference from a lead and a victory. 1AK comes into this round on Zaiwu.
Zaiwu currently sitting negative in the face of a white hot Senzu blitz in Techno core.
Danas esi. Nu tai va sakau.
With the crowd rallying behind them, they are only going to grow more and more confident as their lead grows with it. Apex needs a second to stew in it.
Fuck. Man čia reikia daugiau pagreičio įgauti.
Said this crowd wants a Cinderella story and he's here to prove that all that's bullshit. How's it feel now? 3-round lead over top of Vitality.
Considering the strat that's coming forward, there is going to be one player isolated. Significant actually utility advantage to Vitality as they come onto the site. And Zeno, can he really stop this? 910 gets comfortable.
Fuck.
Well.
Yeah, trying to lock it in. There doesn't look like there's fire here for 910. You'll find Mezzi's head instantly. Palace player delayed for a second. Flashbang gets the That is some shooting. That is 910 full control. Blitz right behind him.
Not even a Frenchman can do that with a promise.
Brick wall. On the brink of double digits.
This move, okay? How often would you get locked up in this position and think, okay, I'm just gonna chill, let my teammates come and help me? No, he goes out wide for this. He knows there's gonna be multiple players on his screen, but they come to help him. He hits that spray transfer.
Nu tai kodėl dabar taip toli ten teleportuoja, blėt? Įderas.
Double digits should now be easy. We're talking upgraded pistols for Vitality without Kevlar. 3 players behind it. 910 not satiated yet. It is bloodlust.
Eik tu na.
From an Opper who is making a highlight reel with rifles, but he's going to get caught by this P250 bottom middle. All good. Senzu will pick it up. And when Senzu hits that top rope, he's going to catch Flamesy top mid. Bomb down. Drops late to the
Nice, pagaliau.
doubling the rounds of Vitality.
Senzu on 17.
Dar kažkur pasislėpę bus jie. Kiti.
17 frags in this major final. From a total collapse of the last major
Na gerai, nesvarbu.
to a winning position at this one. The question was, when would they find the breakthrough? Mentally, it's the hardest part of the game. It's the other half. Everybody on Vitality has gone through hell and back trying to figure out the mental side of this game, and they've done a fantastic job of staying near the top, even on their lows, picking up a trophy every year, and now pushing towards that era.
O, blemba. Nebūtų Teksasas. Šiaip šitiems siūlau. Neturiu huniganto, tik tais paprasta RS200. Lega, šitas irgi žiūrės zaibys. Nisanas.
Or if they really got lucky, maybe at the start of the second half of this year. A little more time to figure out Vitality is what we thought everybody needed. 10 goes deep, and it's going to be Apex sidelined early yet again. We saw the Mongols break through with their first gun round on their T side. Vitality had a high hope of doing the exact same, and if you want to do it now, it's off this 4v5.
Even though Apex isn't the top fragger on the team, taking out the IGL, especially someone like Apex, such a big voice.
Aš daug kas išvėlės, bet nu neturiu šio. Kaip. Taip.
Flamesy is somebody who people have referenced, past teammates, as he could be the next IG on the team. He could be the second biggest voice. He didn't have the maturity or the experience, but he's gotten there now.
45 seconds, top console.
Ir kitko, tą, kur eliminatorių žaidžiau. Taip. Tai laimėjau su... Ko aš ten palauk laimėjau? To Grand Cherokee. Bet žiauriai, nu taip jinai lieva mašina, yra 9 levelio, bet nu būkim bėdini, bet teisingai žiauriai lieva mašina to lenktynėm. Ir fucking vis tiek laimėjau. Tai čia yra insane, čia yra fucking insane, kad tai įvyko. Nebūčiau net pagalvojęs iš tikrųjų. Čia offroadu? Ak tu nahu, čia offroadu. Blet. Ir tipo vieną kartą įlošiau, visiškai pralaimėjau. O kitą kartą lošiau ir taip žiauriai išklačinau kažkaip. Nu tai buvo Chevrolet prieš versus Fordą, nu tai ir pasiėmiau, bet aš nežinau, kad bus čia tie Wilds, kažkaip net nepagalvojau. Žinau, bus paprastos normalios lenktynės. Ne, nesąmonė, tikrai nežaisiu šito. Na. 12-5, what the fuck? Normaliai. Pliama, nemeta man tų wreckage arkeidų. Paskutinio reikia. Imagine, jeigu Mongols laimės.
We're going to get another pop-up through connector. Is there any chance that Vitality make this a game? Is there any chance that they avoid total collapse in the face of the Mongols? Mirage their map pick, and you can see the confidence. You can feel the confidence. 9-10 yet again into that kill feed. Will he ever stop? Him and Senzu combining with the Ox yet again. Techno backs turn to him, and the headshots follow through. No
Nice. Fucking insane. Wow. O čia tai žmonės yra, nu. Va čia tai žmonės. Nu, kažkaip tikrai nustebau. Tikrai nemeluosiu Dievu, kad Vitality laimės į pikiamus, bet... Bet čia insane. Šiaip juokingai, tipo, užsuko mane, tipo, tą mašiną, bet aš pats tom pačiu momentu į kairę suku rankinį šokiu. Šiaip tai man Mongola tai irgi tokia komanda, kur nu nelabai aš čia domėjausi, nelabai man jinai įdomi, bet nu galėtų tikrai laimėti, būtų prikolas. Aš šiaip nenorėčiau, aš norėčiau, kad jis dar tą nelaimėtų, aš šiaip labiausiai norėjau tai, kad FORZOS laimėtų. Kažkaip atrodo labiausiai turėjo, bet be Simple, nes Simple tai toks man jisai blemba, dar anksčiau tai būdavo labai zabys, o dabar tai toks blemba nusivažiavęs, toks pirda pasidaręs. Nieko ypatingų, žinai. Tik tais, nu, tipo, nu, tas, tipo, kad pikas jo, kai buvo, tai tada jo. Nu kaip, Vitality nėra washed, bet, nu, prieš Mongol su šitam mečia, tai washed belia kaip buvo. Tipo, Vitality tai jaučiu viena stipriausių komandų, bet šnisus belia kaip. Čia su kokiu nulėkia? Nahui. Blet, kai supisau ką tik visus reikalus. Blet, eik tu nahui. Kurva. Tai man reikia svarbiausia yra trofėjus, kur būtų greičiau negu visi driftarai. Nebus šiandien to dalyko, matau. Šiaip, kad pasivėjau, tai čia insane yra. Nu ir kodėl? O šitą dainą taip gerai skamba, tas kosmosas. McLarenas North American mašina, what the fuck? Ei, tu nesigauna šneki nesąmonės ir tiek. Tam šitas Camaro tai insane atrodo man. Piktina. Tai ką, dėl to darysi, kad nesigauna? Ką tu darai, blet? Nueik nahui. Lemma vėl čiut nečiut vos užkabinau tą flegą. Gerai, gerai. O tai demo kokių padaręs ar ne? Kažką tai gali atsiųs, pažiūrėsim, klausysim. Vėliau tada. Ai, blemba. Nu, kaip nori, kaip nori. Pačia bėdo, žinai. Sako, bet, žinai, tai pasakai šūdų prikūręs, bet po to atsinti tikrai būna tų dainų gerų ten. O, blėt, na ir po. O tas jau su Mustangu to atsijungia pagaliau. Zajoba. Nu, ką jau padarysi? Tai kad pasiim mašinų kokią nesveika. Priedo North American tipo brandai turėjo, aš kaip suprantu, būt, bet kodėl pasiim McLarenas, tai nesuprantu. Blemba. Jaučiu blemba, bet ne, negali būti, kad bultelis įsikrauna ir taip kažkaip atrodo biškai lagina man bultelis. Delėjus kažkoks. Retkarčiais, nes būna kartais ir tikrai su juo. Bet už to šitas kamaro žiauriai gerai posūkius eina, tarsi kosmiškai. Ypač kai, toks laivas turėtų būti paglidėjo. Man tada prasidėjo, ne?
The ability for it to get scrappy, you get very, very messy. Why do you think Vitality have gone with this, maybe instead of the more, I guess, presumed pick and tried and tested with Nuke?
Well, obviously, Dust 2 is a comfort pick for Vitality. It's a map that they've played a lot. You know, it's a place.
Ir man atrodo, turėtų būti trofėjus jau.
He's the all player, and I've talked about many times.
Nice, front runner.
And obviously, we need to see Sabu step into the superstar shoes.
Labai gerai.
So for Vitality to find themselves down in this grand final, that has been very unexpected. But
Champ 4.
will also be a case where he needs the rest of his teams to step up. We need to see more out of Flamesy. We need to see Robs be more activated on the lurks. There's a lot of things that Vitality has to do better.
I think you're 100% correct. But for me, I put it all on ZywOo. He's the best player, and the difference of ZywOo in 2025 has been his willingness to be the guy, his willingness to step up and say, "I'm not going to let my team lose this match, lose this map." That has to be the ZywOo we get in the server right now. He's got a humble 9-10 and keep him down for the entirety of Dust 2. But ZywOo can carry this team to a third map.
I think he undoubtedly can, but there's a hell of a lot of people cheering for the Mongols, not only in this arena, but all the way over in Mongolia. This is coming at you live from Ulaanbaatar, the capital city, 4 in the morning. Look how many people have shown up. That gives me chills, that gives me goosebumps.
This is absolutely madness. What a support they get from their home country.
Nice.
What a support they get from the crowd in here.
Yeah, I mean, why not? How can you not after that first map of play? That's been so exciting. That's the crazy thing. Watching them show up on a stage and not have any fear in the grand final. They've beat all the questions we had for them.
Galim dar dalyką padaryti.
In the major final, they're reaping the rewards. They've turned the corner. They're not afraid of the fights. They're not afraid of the names, and they're having fun dumpstering Vitality.
And they can feel it. You can see the motions going on in the Mongol side. Usually it's a team that doesn't show too many, but right now they are feeling it. They're feeling everything inside the server. They feel their teammates. They can feel the hype. Everything is just going crazy.
I'm curious to see how the live odds have shifted now that the Mongols took that first map handedly for the first time probably in history in this head-to-head. They're the favorites, but is that the reality? Are we going to 3 maps, or do the Mongols take it in 2?
We're definitely going to a third.
I can't see a team like Vitality
Что, можно фотки новые?
not taking it to a third map.
Well, potentially the Mongols have an opportunity to make history here tonight, but it's going to be a tough challenge on Dust 2.
You can believe your eyes, Austin. This is indeed happening. 1 map in the Mongols' back pocket.
This could have been Astralis versus Ents or Berlin, or it could have been them versus Avangard, a match that's ended 2-0 to the favored team, but instead we got Mongols taking a map, already making history here. But Apex said it after this whole long season of winning. Nothing is without the best of 3, the final, the grand final here at the Major. No career is complete without a Major. No Major is complete without a crowd. No crowd is complete without noise. So Austin, let's get loud!
Dust 2 is where they rebound if they're gonna put up any sort of fight. Vitality, folks, down a map. But the desk said it. When the favorites get hit that hard, sometimes they come back swift.
Yeah.
So let's see if they can. Because there's no doubt in my mind that they feel like a shell of themselves after that ass whooping on Mirage. Rob sits down in lower tunnels. He will wait, 3 players ahead of him, those dual Berettas ready to roar, ready to get this game back under wraps. But instead he's toppled, and so Vitality will get a single-man advantage, and the Mongols have
Labai ilgai krauna užtisa.
but not for long. Flashbang off of Catwalk, well-timed. Unfortunately, Flamesy unable to get the kill right there with it.
Yeah, they get the info, but it's only worth so much in this spot still early in the round. This duel will be the next most important. Oh, and I don't know if that's one-way street on the information, but you see, maybe it wasn't.
He's still looking. Oh my god, this is timing. This is timing.
Oh, he missed him on the pole. He could not see him.
Turns and shoots him in the back of the head, so we go 4 versus 2. Much needed pistol here, just for the spirit of Team Vitality to come alive on this second map. because Mirage was miraculous. Not just a win for the Mongols, but a total shutdown of the world #1. But don't you remember this exact same feeling when Vitality picked up the first pistol, converted for 3 rounds, and then the Horde came running at them for the next 13?
17 tik tada turiu. Tam užtruksiu šios iš tų nuotraukų. Dar tik mašinų net neturiu.
So they know they've got a lot of work to do, and it's the kind of game where, you know, you wish you could hear what Apex said to his team, because that's when he gets the most fired up.
I would pay for that pep talk.
Yeah, yeah. And we've also seen him be very gracious to his teammates in their dark moments recently, only adding to their resilience, I'm sure.
Whether that's in between rounds or in between maps, if you want to be remembered as one of the greatest in-game leaders of all time, then you need to be a leader of men. You need to know the human psyche and how to pull players out of those
filter
of disappointment and self-doubt. Made easy versus pistols. We saw Vitality confidently taking these sorts of fights at the beginning of Mirage. They will do the exact same. We walked the same road as we did at the start of map 1. 2-0 start Vitality.
Yes, it's clean in it. There's no plant on this round like we saw last time. Money's going to come in a little bit slower. We've seen some heaters from the Mongols on Dust 2, but no one's testing the map pool of Vitality in general. This is a series that's destined to go 3 maps, dare I say.
That's a bold claim.
It can all change with a little change of scenery. Vitality will call that one a warm-up and move on. Let's see if Mongols can give them an early shock here.
Nothing from Ezzy on the spam. They're already all climbed up. Everybody for the Mongol squad prepped and poised to hit this site. And off a few pieces of utility, they're ready to roll. So Apex with a FOMIS and a well-placed grenade. That is a good amount of damage across the board. Another piece of utility hits the perfect point of that pack. And now Flamesy has lost his teammates within that site. Somehow 910 connects to the headshot. Flamesy closing this distance. Wild move for him to get into the action off of the flash. It takes down the front runners. Chance of the recovery. But again, it's this early damage that is stacked against them. And so Vitality will successfully shut down that first gun round.
Yeah, that was excellent from every perspective. All the utility, all the peaks, all the teammates rotating in. Great use of the HEs here.
Kaip jokingai atrodo, kad tiesiog puodelis sėdi mašinoj.
Specifically for a cat take, that is game planning.
Bada boom, bada bing. A bombardment as they tried to get out from that smoke.
3 grenades on the ramp, not ones in CT spawn, to be used slowly.
Half buy in response, send scout.
That looks like a slight risk. Normally we see the cache of utility in CT spawn.
Sure.
But what did we see from the Mongols last game? They took lots of off angles. They took fights on their own terms. That's what won them the map. And I'm sure that's what Vitality are telling themselves for this game.
Throughout the different stages of this major, we have seen the Mongols and Senzu with that scout on this map pull off crazy mid-kills. Vitality, I'm not trying to sign up for that fight. There is not a whole world of tools to work with for the Mongols. They meet smoke towards tunnels at 50 seconds.
Professional hybrid here on the scale.
Что, ну фотно же.
Yeah, it's a team that taps into that double op when they can. More than most nowadays.
Absolutely.
Senzu scout notorious.
Might be the only team that does it with their star rifler, though.
Sure.
That's something a little different.
Ooh. Robs will get there in the end, but as he goes for the reload, it would make sense for them to pop and pounce right here, right now. Bit of a contest towards the door, held back by the mid support. Robs back flat, all's good for Vitality. This one, no point of entry.
Stay focused, stay alert, Mongols. This will not be easy.
No, tie apsirengia kaip agentai. Ar kaip jie ten nes procesų nepamenu.
do we see step to the brink of victory only to crumble before they can take that most important final step?
It almost always happens. Absolutely. Rare moments. Sometimes in America it happens in history. And we treasure those moments because they are so rare. But rare for a good reason.
That beast will be on the Mongols' back all series long. Apex keeping it mobile. Mongols leaning back.
There's nothing that'll keep you focused, though, like knowing your family's up at 5 a.m. watching your game. Mezzi, here's a great tactic. Tail end of the smoke.
He's going to put one down right in front of him, try to change up the spot.
They'll blow it open and reveal the plans.
A wealth of grenades on the other side of this, but the Mongols aren't chucking them out just yet, and Mezzi leaning away from that climb up as Mongols go over top. So it's positioning for them, but don't forget, Bomb still sits inside the tunnel, so this round cannot suddenly become a commitment just yet. And it feels like Vitality's willingness to continue up against this underdog has to be their flex. So we see the challenge. We get a glimpse of ZywOo signing up for fights, but nobody's home behind that smoke, so he'll sit back on the angle.
This duo right here, Robs and Mezzi working together to stop this split. They've got to call for some help.
Here it is, double volley. Great shots from Techno. Tough job for Mezzi. And so he'll shut down the mid play, but total mid control goes over to the Mongols. They are comfortable inside of that B site. 5 rounds into play on Dust 2. And the Mongols look to secure their first. Down here, and he will to Apex, coming at this from the CT spawn. Knowing damn well that Techno's still in tunnels, they can take the test to the bomb site in a flurry. This is Vitality trying to play in a flash, working it up, moving quickly, and killing the support away from Senzu.
It must be him.
No multi-frag this time. 5-0 straight from the favorite.
Oh, lots of good damage. Didn't find the clip off. Flamesy coming in from long was a thing that caught 9-10 off guard. His teammate nearly could have died rotating in from Fastcat. But we see the opening kill tactic here for Vitality. This is good active defense. This is them playing to win, absolutely. And they had a hard time holding onto the site. But they made sure they didn't even really have to get into a retake situation. As soon as that bomb got planted, they were already there ready to fight. Mongols absolutely know how close they were. They got a breakthrough round last game to get them started. That's what they're looking for here. That's what they did versus Pain as well.
Exactly, almost damn near identical.
Yeah, they know how to create momentum. One timeout will get used.
You still have to be able to find that breakout moment.
Man atrodo, tikrai nefotkinau.
That one came close.
Team Vitality not going to get pushed over. Flamesy, 7 kills yet to die.
There we go. That's the kind of start the Vitality squad need. Across the board as well, there's already been this affinity for the B site, so Mezzi and Rops will continue to have their hands busy. Gonna take this chance blitz.
Really?
Mezzi has other ideas.
Full
now
eyes
all
on
of a
it
sudden,
early.
they're looking for a fast reaction. Rops lines him up, a ton of damage and support comes over quick. Senzu gonna take a lick at it though. It's both players still with low health, and Rops has got this one box to work with. All he needs,
like a machine.
Cover, piece of cake, 4 kills.
A frame before death on that last spray. Perfect hold by Rops. And this was watching Smokes game plan here. Holding on the middle, making sure Blitz can't come out. We saw him do that versus Mouse. Deep into overtime. Running out mid on a certain timing, looking for his duel. Vitality will not get caught off guard.
You know, 1 round ago, Rops did sort of get caught by exactly that. Player emerges, he goes down empty-handed. And if not for the retake, that was the breakout. But 6 rounds in a row for Vitality. And the Mongols are going to have to stomach this reality check. Sure, phenomenal map 1.
Actually a little awkward. Mauler comes out, 3 players intent on taking long control. Now, like moths to a flame, a little preoccupied with the idea that the push might come through. It's created the effect they're looking for.
Slightly off angle from Rops, gonna catch them off guard. Good damage off the Tech 9.
Just Mezzi.
Still no smoke for the doorway though, so Mezzi's vision good enough to duel. Ooh, they get a dink on him as well, and then this perfectly timed play on a blitz. Oh,
Nice.
That is a gift from Blitz.
How are you going to approach this? ZywOo goes to the AK.
910 playing with a Tech 9. And they're worried about somebody trying to test the extremities. Bomb's ticking though. And with both players on the kit, we've got that smoke grenade still for ZywOo. Molotov does not stop them from climbing through this window. Flamesy's gonna try to limit test. But as he does, he gets bested.
Yeah, he found it.
And that is Vitality turned away. 7 rounds into regulation.
Šitą dar turim.
Mongols have broken through.
There's Blitz playing a little chess. That one molly took so much damage to throw on long. Kept the 3 long setup preoccupied for just long enough. Mezzi coming out of the B doors to watch mid. They isolated Rops. Not an easy guy to kill, whether he's alone or not, and they got him with him only taking 1 frag. One simple tactic.
I mean, that's the definition of a Tech 9 drive-by.
And he remains unconditioned.
Sure.
Last couple times they try to fight in the middle, Vitality have done a great job of breaking that smoke open, waiting for him to walk through. But they look unfazed. Still, just a drop in the bucket.
Okay, change up here, Mohan.
Kai aš to grįšiu?
RAWPZ Rops.
Thoughts on that?
One of the hybrids on Dust 2's gotten an ace that I remember with this gun.
Ooh, wall bang damage though.
Man, nobody saw anything.
Uh-oh. Oh, Rops.
Instant trade. Great shot on Senzu.
Talk about playing with danger. You've got ZywOo low, but at least 910's also sitting on a quarter.
The 2 hybrids down. Interesting. We'll see if it was worthwhile.
Let's let the experts work. ZywOo versus 910.
Oh my gosh. Look at the move. The risk that's being taken. We're talking major grand final here. The amount of smokes that are being walked through. The CT
No.
have a moment to themselves where they'll get some respect.
Ką aš žinau, dar prilisa tada po žaidimų.
But you've also got Techno into this same position that Blitz unraveled it all from, but ZywOo doesn't like just sitting back. Thing is, he took damage there. 27 additional damage done. He survives that barely. Puts a smoke down in front of his counterpart who carries that bomb. And we've seen them test smokes. They're looking to try it yet again. Flamesy sliding forward into the elbow lineup. It's right there for him. Sitting ducks. And so now as he jumps into the cover, his 10-1 score dropped to 2. Mzinho 1v3 into the op. Will he find him crouched? Oh! Headshot to the player in the back. Oh! And that one looked damn close.
Oh.
But instead, Vitality find their rebound. Scoreline 7-1.
Inches away from landing that flick and putting it 2 rounds in a row together. The least likely op to see.
And we are playing confident Counter-Strike.
Yes.
Both from the Mongols on the walk, out long, out mid, but also these moves from ZywOo. That deep commitment out of Flamesy. Apex just crawling in the dirt through that CT spawn. Gun round right back, and we're going to remain aggressive. The Mongols trying to continue to play with this tempo. It is pace on Flames to fall back away from the corner. He will get out, but not unscathed. Again, early map positioning for the Mongols.
They want to play expensive CS here. Only the finest equipment in for Vitality. The ops can be very oppressive. You have to be careful because they can't have that same impact if it comes to a retake. These early round situations are so important. But as we've seen, Mongols are walking out on a lot of angles. That's the perfect recipe to find your op frags. Oh, that's a bad gap. Oh, a 9-10. That flashbang made him click.
He's hitting that every day of the week.
They go fishing for that, and this is where it gets a little scary for
Ej, na
Vitality.
čije personne kaže?
Sides going
Ne
into
treba.
retakes now with 2 ops. This gun can become a liability.
Again, right, we get this proactive.
They pull the goalie. It's the right call.
We get out. Turning is Robs just in time to catch it. They've got a nade out, but Mzinho goes for the cross.
O, kaip juokingai
So they're
atrodo.
going to leave this open line for Robs. And with the teammates flash going inwards, Rops is not going to find anything more than the two, but it's a fast move from Mezzi behind them. They are getting pushed into this bomb site. It is the Mongols corralled, this herd with their backs turned, dealt with swiftly. Senzu's response, but he's going to find the fire in front of him, and so he's got a hold. Nade takes him down to 10, and now he looks for Mezzi's head. A triple, and finally Senzu comes alive. This is his playoffs.
From a machine gun in groups to Senzu with the AWP. He makes history here for the Mongols.
You show him a shoulder and he will take your soul. Scout and pistols for Vitality. This game just opened up for the T side.
The wallets are empty.
They need the X factor. They need that special ZywOo moment coupled here with Rops. Senzu looking to yet again get in with impact. His support comes up from top mid.
Oh, they take him
ZywOo
out.
with a shot that rocks Mongols for at least a moment. And in that moment, Flamesy's got his hands onto the AK-47. There are tools to be grabbed here for Vitality, but the op of 910 recovers it. That deep angle through the staircase of the tunnels, only his 4th kill of this map.
For a brief moment, they had info on all 4 players. Now
They're going back.
CPs will start to fan out. I don't know if this will be heard. Mzinho, will he walk into his grave?
Oh!
Yes.
Right
quick.
when you need him, ZywOo collects a second, and with it, a gun. Recovery mission in full effect here in round 10 of the half. Still a ton of utility for 910 to get them out of here. His kill in lower tunnels is why this one's still alive. Blitz finds timing on Apex. His counterpart bested. We go back 2v2.
A left turn. Blitz comes back. Senzu here to try to catch ZywOo, and the shadow works in his favor. Now it's got to be the 1-on-2.
At the very least, Blitz will play with Bomb. And at the very least, he has them separated, but that clock ticks against him quickly. This man has digged deep into Mongolia to find talent to step up to the biggest stages, and it is time for him to shine. But with Mezzi on that back of the site, his hands are busy. All Mezzi's got to do is stop this plant. He'll step forward and do it, and that is the X factor needed. That is what ZywOo does.
Absolutely perfect timing. It's never flashy with the guy who's there just in time, every time.
You just said it best. Every time this round started to go back to the Mongols, ZywOo made another first stepping up off the connector. Secondly, over towards long doors. And then finding that free kill with shadow advantage inside of it. The Mongols spiral back to the half-by.
Let's try to alley-oop 910. Going into lower tunnels, trying to pull that lung rotation. But ZywOo stayed vigilant.
Round like that sprinkled in for the Mirage victory of the Mongols. Now they get a taste of their own medicine. Sounds like Ulaanbaatar in here.
Better hear some damn horses.
No, sorry, just one goat. He's playing much better this time around. 10-4
Yeah.
ZywOo at the moment.
Yeah, you had to really contextualize a lot of rounds to give him credit in that last game. Good kills here and there, openers that Vitality needed, but ultimately the score at the top. Abysmal.
Блядь, прямой ветуешь саму команду.
Suffocating in a way, but
that's a miss.
Pistol will drop down into the CT spawn. This makes things curious. Oh! Get turned on. ZywOo does it right back. But in doing so, he's given up a chance for the push out from the catwalk, and plus now long control over for the Mongols. This is ZywOo attack from both ends. That's how you've got to best him. Together, they pinch on long. And so with lesser weapons, the Mongols put that bomb down, and a curious position here because it's a lot of money on the line for Vitality. They could take a chance at this retake. Mezzi's gonna get flashed through that smoke, and he'll get the one up close. How about the seconds in the background? Tries to chase him down, Rops will clean it up. And so we go again. This is where Techno does his best. that distance to the bomb, which is not planted for the armor. So it's real damn nice that he hits it when he needs it.
Can everybody on this team off? Filthy shot from Mzinho and a filthy response out of Zaiwu, but ultimately look how overstressed his position was there on Carr. That split came in. And he can only spin around so many times. Oh, great find here.
These two going back and forth.
Yeah, brave move. It's a 2-offs. Coming in again, Mzinho has one.
In contrast, very little for Vitality, but they'll put it all on the line.
He actually just hot swapped. This push
opens the door for Apex to push, but all close proximity. Zaiwu's back out, smoke down in front of him. You want it? Techno will take him. But what they don't know about is Apex, and so he'll drop that bomb with the up top mid, and then Mezzi's into the action. Now that is what we've come to expect. 9-3 on the half for Vitality.
I mean, unforgettable names in all through Counter-Strike. I mean, there's so many in every single generation. I think usually it's someone who's able to kind of break the rules of that particular era, someone who kind of unlocks this vision of the way they want to play the game that other people can see and build upon. One of the first I'd name is Snacks. Defined how smokes could be used. The way he played around them, the way he walked through them, the way he hid in them. That wasn't being done at the time. That particular moment is a time of greatness for Snacks. Someone like JW and Kenny S with how aggressive they were with the op. Trophies, winning events, going on streaks, the NIP guys because of the streak that they went on, the Fnatic guys who establish an era, there's always greatness there. I think for Pasha, I think what made him was his personality. Having someone being that outspoken and that strong, provide emotions and provide his thoughts and be entertaining in a way that the audience can connect with and fans can connect with and we as commentators can connect with. He was always able to get kills, and despite that you'd see these moments where you were like, how is this guy a pro? Like the way he walked around corners, the way he stepped into a 1v1. In fact, pros at the time even had a name for it called the Pasha peak, which was like the slowest, most awkward peak ever. That was kind of the greatness defining mood around the team at that point. Olaf back in like 2015, he was such a force to be reckoned with. He was one of the players that Fnatic could just send out and say, find us a kill. And he could go duel 2 or 3 players at a time. He really did become that player where once upon a time he was the jack of all trades, and he was just so good at all those trades.
Ja blamba pokovinas.
The era where Brazilian Counter-Strike really hit it. Fallen's greatness obviously comes from his movement and his ability to understand his positioning, take a shot, fall back, find new cover, and he was like a master of this kind of like retreating off defense that would just pick a player off. So you add all that together with his leadership and kind of the style of Counter-Strike that he developed with the Brazilians, and Fallen's just in some ways a complete package of greatness. Device was someone who kind of mastered the textbook of Counter-Strike and always played within its limits to its maximum potential. Zaiwu is someone who just has incredible consistency, sharp with the AWP as well as the AK-47, extremely versatile, and he's a star player that doesn't demand a lot. Simple's greatness came from the fact that he just beat the game. He's the best player to ever touch it. His motivation at some point was, I want to put on a show. I want the crowd on their feet as I decimate you inside the server. And that level of greatness is really hard to achieve and might not ever be achieved again. For me, I think the GOAT conversation is a fun one. Device is the greatest CSGO player of all time. 4 majors, 21 MVPs, 20 MVPs. He was the center point for the greatest team of all time of that Astralis lineup. And then we get to Zaiwu, and he's going to take the mantle of the greatest player of all time. It's just a matter of time before everyone kind of gets on board and accepts that. Someone like Monasi, someone like Donk should be next in line to have
Kurwa, kaip prasineščiau ką tik. Eik, na. Bet tai mes įprapisam.
He's doing this in year 1. Where is he going to develop into? But it's competition and it's Counter-Strike and things can change in a heartbeat.
Yeehaw! We are here with Mongols USA. They're supporting the Mongols, they're cheering on. Tell me all about this. Why are you cheering for the Mongols? What are they going to do right now?
Okay, so pretty much the Mongols are just like Cloud9 in 2018, and Vitality are pretty much like FaZe Clan. They're the EU Giants, they're the best team in the world, they're a super team. The Mongols, they're a top 5 team, they haven't won much all year. The Mongols gotta take down Vitality. They gotta win. It's so similar. Vitality are going down. The Mongols are winning this major.
You heard it here first. Mongols USA says Mongols are winning this major. Let's go!
Feels like we're looking for something miraculous here in Austin.
You know, I get it now.
Temperature check. How do you guys enjoy this grand final so far? Remember, every step of the way, we could be standing on the brink of history.
I see the red thread between Mongolians and cowboys.
Okay.
It's horses.
I got you.
There we go.
Gotta wrangle this goat in ZywOo first because he has found his impact throughout that first half. We saw them getting into the nitty-gritty, those half-by rounds. But here it goes. Mongol CT side feels like Goliath is getting back up in this series.
Yeah, we got now more of the same from their previous series. Some good competitive rounds, but an overall dominant scoreline for Vitality.
Kurwa, dar potężny
They
мене.
played this team enough times, they knew it was going to be this difficult.
It's a tough amount of damage for Senzu to have to deal with. Jump blitz. Good on him for still dropping a player with him. Tough to recover that one, but he will smoke down into the CT spawn, and the Mongols will rebuttal with one of their own on the door. Techno puts those Berettas right down beneath the window. If the tunnels player gets out, that's one thing, but backside was supposed to
Oh.
belong to the Mongols.
Oh, crushed.
Instead, Vitality just come raining through the window, and with that smoke still down towards CT spawn, it feels like it's
Takie projekt na niego.
for Mongols to get into this site.
No, absolutely. Got nothing here to work with. CT's starting to peel back. It's a proper attack here from Vitality. You can see they crack open the middle of the map. Yes, it cost them a player, but once they get that smoke down for mid B, the rest of their utility gets him into the site easily. Might be a quiet death here for Mongols on Dust 2 if they've got nothing more to give.
Oh, it can't be any more quiet than Vitality going out of Mirage.
Yeah, you don't pull out two you don't pull out victories like this without winning at least one of the pistols.
God damn, Austin. Would you look at this?
Знаю, що я писав.
Walk up close.
Wow.
Assault through the doorway. Just good team play from Vitality. They're spacing here. You can see in the highlights all these kills ready to be traded out. Flames he was in bottom middle. Even if those Berettas started to get crazy, it's these deep lunges from the T side that really made things awkward for Mongols. Double scout buy between Blitz and 910. Curious that it's not in Senzu's hands, but Blitz is looking confident the way he takes this towards top middle. Hearing that utility coming up from Suicide, though, is going to make him play a bit more timid. Back towards the doorway. Him and 910 looking to combine in middle with these guns.
Finding chances to get these openers without anybody peeking him. Vitality bleeding seconds off the clock, but they can afford to lose. It's actually very good here from Vitality in terms of exactly how quickly they're coming in. No resistance. The later the round goes, the harder it is for the CTs to find these opening kills. This is what a perfect anti-eco looks like.
Well, the Blitz is here with flashbangs, and Mzinho, if he finds a bunch of bodies blind, maybe he tears through this cat hit. And there it is, perfect flash and a bunch of damage. ZywOo is going to be sitting on 30. Rox looks towards the reaction out middle. You can see the Mongols a bit flustered, trying to come and help their captain. Rox cutting them down to size, one by one. But the Desert Eagle finds its answer. And Senzu would love to get his hands on a better gun. Blitz, scout, connects. ZywOo bested and more damage done. It's 2 health remaining here for Mezzi. And as Vitality try to push up against this site, here comes Senzu from the back line.
We got one.
Connects it through the smoke.
2 HP.
And if only he had a frag.
Mezzi has the bomb, but he doesn't have time to get to the other side. He's got to plant. Senzu, will he be able to cut him off the pass?
Oh, he doesn't try to stop it. Mezzi hands busy. If only he had some way to do damage without giving Mezzi the chance. The one golden shot's what Mezzi needs. He swings.
Oh!
Confidence.
What a move. He planted long plant, push towards Cat. I can't believe he took that move.
Oh, what could have been with this one.
Wow.
Mzinho finds a stack of blind bodies.
Such a good read, right? He thinks Senzu, as he is going to try to bait out some information over the top of a box. He plays like he has 100 HP. It works to his favor. Yes, keep
You are,
fucking
guys,
going, boys.
you are amazing. You are a fucking amazing team. I love you guys, for real. I love being in this team. Thanks for that, guys. I swear, thanks for that. The best team of my career so far, so let's fucking go. Let's win a fucking major together and start by now. Let's go, boys.
Let's fucking go, boys. That's not the hater I remember coming out of the stage.
No. He may not like you guys, but he sure as hell loves his teammates. And like I said, leader of men. To get everybody rallied after a deflating loss. No easy ask of a man who plays against the world tonight. Scout shots connect through middle. He doesn't need to see you, he can sense you. I mean, ZywOo's giving you some shots, those tracers, what Senzu's looking to lock in on. It's a magazine, a scout down, and half of ZywOo gone. But it's gonna have to be force buys for the Mongols. We are on the highway to map 3 in this grand final.
That's a headshot, dog.
Headshot. Not able to snap it down to the player of the doorway. Does have a teammate to work.
O žiūrė, vėl tas pats važiuoja, ne?
Better of the scout in the background, but again, this damage just keeps racking up.
Yeah.
And so this
Nepamenu nickname šio.
gets caught.
Mezzy stuck out mid. Does he get this kill?
Oh, yes, he does. Full recovery from Vitality. Another situation, just like Mezzy in the last round. ZywOo 2 health.
Man atrodo, jo tas irgi važiavo.
Mongols thinking that they've got Vitality sinking in round 15.
They can counter a spot just walking out of mid. They're trying to look for him. 9-10 trying to think ahead.
Bomb's already gone. Robs has that full health, and so
Wow.
9 rounds to go. Mongols want to force OT. It is a huge mountain to climb.
It's a great try. Senzu fought hard just to keep info on mid on this eco, but it's so well played here for Vitality. You can push them, you can test them, but they don't get scared. That's what Mezzy proved in that last 1v1. That's what they proved here on this anti-eco.
Kitas nepasivė checkpoint.
You are in a major final.
Does it again. ZywOo down low, off the bat, trying to work his way down middle. Scoops up bomb as Mezzy waits for some kind of a movement over on long. Senzu in these last couple rounds has been more than happy to just take chances. Any damage early could come back to cost Vitality. But they don't seem too intimidated about taking up the space regardless. Blitz has found a nice little pocket of comfort here behind the stairs. Gets into Apex, and now Flamesy's low as well. So the Mongols, again, working with less, or at the very least getting in their damage.
The easiest time to win this game is now.
Tai kažkas vėl, blėt, su piso vėl dabar propisam. Nu nahui.
Just get all the damage in, but the kills are so elusive. Blitz finally able to collect one frag over top of ZywOo. He has done a great job of thrusting his team to the top of the board. Him, Rops, and Mezzy, all 17 kills apiece. But the long flank gets caught out again. Mzinho is bested in a critical duel that'll give man advantage back over to Vitality. Can't forget about that early damage, though. Could damn well be the reason Mongols try to extend play here on Dust 2.
Looking for one more aggressive move. They bought some time on the clock. Famas gets a frag, no refrag, however. And they shoot over to the site that Vitality were thinking about going to, but they've got time to change. This one might come to their captain.
Oh, they go raw duel, head to head.
And here it is, Apex versus Blitz.
All right. Apex has got the health to work with. Blitz is going to get mollied out of this position, but he will hit that headshot, burnt to a crisp. The kills, they're right here for the taking. Whoa! A wall bang that could have been, but we go one step closer to overtime. The first step of a massive ask. I hate even saying the word out loud.
I mean, especially versus Vitality, who's ever made that comeback so far. Ooh.
I'm at a loss.
They're used to getting to 12 or even more.
Blemba šūdas.
Good try in the end. They keep it really expensive here for the Mongols. But they themselves clearly suffered some losses. It tagged both ways. Techno and ZywOo down half.
Looking like a bit of a fixation on long. You could get the wool pulled over Mzinho's eyes. When he's gotten active through that doorway, it's been at the Mongols' cost. But look at this move towards top middle. We got bodies here for the Mongols trying to catch Vitality off guard. Looking to fight fire with fire.
Get that damage off of the scout. No tag back either. can't believe it, man. Blitz is just so comfortable moving into all of these spots.
Again, though, trying not to throw him under the bus. But this long fight is going the way of Vitality all too often. Minute 10, and they've got an open road.
Blitz secured incredible information. Now there is Wops that's just waiting outside to come back in for the re-aggression. The T's, however, are going...
A jeigu prapisnėsim, tai aš vėl. Ta, koena, blemba, kalsiu iš vietos. Jokinga tada tikrai buvo. Jesus Christ.
ZywOo stops rattling those shots off, but Vitality's still taking their time, silently getting up into the tunnels. The Mongols have no idea. This is going to be a B-site retake, whether the Mongols know it or not.
No, they get the info. Blitz makes the call, I think, executive decision here. No one's exiting the back of long, and they took too long to actually get into the site. They're going to get met in the door.
All right, little hesitation. Battle's here to be had. Senzu hits the headshot. There's the recovery. A slight hesitation from Vitality gave that chance back over, but you've allowed ZywOo to attack the flank, and you have allowed the best team in the world to rebuttal. This was always going to be a challenge for the Mongols, and they set a hell of a precedent. But in a major grand finals, we will go the distance.
Нахуй дебила, блядь, причем Эх ты нахуй. И прописем тепер. Kurva, nejuokina, tegul manęs geriau. Tai debilas. Dabar dar ilgiau reikės sėdėti. Kurva, kiek mane dar čia plenkstoja. Tu nahai.
Can't possibly lose on your birthday. What is the task for Inferno? How are you going to bring it home?
Well, we're just going to play our game. We have a good Inferno. This tournament so far we haven't showed it yet, but this is the moment to show it. And that's it. We're going to do our best.
We'll join your team. Thank you.
Well, the Mongols start the series off red hot. I've got Mzinho right here. Mzinho, he got a ton of fans in Texas. There's a lot going on right here in this moment. What was the difference between the Mongols in map 1 and map 2?
At map 2, we can't show up ourselves, and everything didn't go bad. Yeah.
And then if we look around this room right now, what is it?
O žiūrė, laimėsim dar, nice. Nebent dabar supis visus reikalus ir prapisam. Bet jokinga būtų. O, pala, ne visai čia jokinga. Visai įmanoma.
Last one I've got for you this, man. All the way over in Ulaanbaatar, they're watching Counter-Strike. There's a whole bunch of people in Mongolia watching Counter-Strike. You want to say something to them?
Хоёр дахь map дээр жоохон бүтлгүүдэд эхэлжтэй. Тэгээд гурав дахь map дээр Inferno бид нэр өөрсдийнхөө хийж чадах бүх зүйлийг тулд нэг давар авахыг хичээж байна.
Ну, поживем, как чимати.
Well, for Vitality, they're the big bad wolves in Austin right now. They put a stop to the Mongols' fairy tale run for now on the ground of Dust 2, but that is what we expect from a team.
Be my getaway, my getaway. You could be my getaway from this mess I'm in. You could be my getaway.
O, pavyko, vykdžiau. Ką, žinau, tikrai geras. Tikrai gerai skamba. Man taip fainai su juo. Kur čia ta monza blemba dingo? Eva. Na, man tai, pavyzdžiui, smagiai susiklausė. Nežinau, apie ką tu čia. Man tai smagiai susiklausė. Kiek dar čia liko tų mašinų fotografuot? A, dar 15. Na, jeigu bus pigių arba nemokamų, tai tada zabys. Jeigu paskutinis mečas liko, tai manau iškentėsi gal. Visai įdomu bus pažiūrėti, nes dabar 1-1 ir taip labai įdomiai kaip baigsis. O, žiūrėk, dar vienas free. O šitas gabalas taip gerai skamba, na. O 200, po koks čia pirkanas pirmą kartą matau, bet 205 gabalų nėra taip dar brangu. Reikia turėti omeny. Ir dar koks marsas. 100 kem 3 limonai. Nu, žodžiu, reikia Mersą pasimti ir tą dar, Ferrari. Pas pirmą Ferrari pasiimu, nes noriu tą pažiūrėti dar mašiną tą. Lemma tik 3 valandas streaminu, nesąmonė. Tikėjausi daugiau, kad laiko jau praėjo. Šis visas absoliučiai mėlynas. Net valytuvai mėlyni, man atrodo. Nu? Kas čia? O ką tai, jeigu, pavyzdžiui, miksiuko tokio padarytum, nebūtų zaibės? Va, tavo atsakymas į mano klausimą, nu? Gerai, tuo. Šiaip bliamo gero tas apdaryta, man tai patinka. Oh yeah, great put for coder.
Up against him, and I feel like Sensu's got to do this for a few reasons. One, he's got to do it for Mongolia. Two, he's got to pay back Mara, who's put so much faith in him. And third, he actually just has to pay his debt to Ben 10.
There's so many people behind the Mongols, rooting behind the Mongols. That is, we obviously a crowd favorite, undisputed in here. But did you guys see the pictures of the fan viewing over Ulaanbaatar? That is insane. Imagine you're the Mongols in this moment, knowing a weight of a nation on your shoulders. Is that going to be too much for them to handle as we move into map 3?
I hope they haven't seen the pictures, to be completely honest, because that could be a little bit added.
Jau čia prisėdęs prie to ekrano laukia, tik tais kada, tik tais greičiau bus viskas. Dabar kada užsikupsė taškai.
It is absolutely crazy. Imagine being awake at 6 a.m. to support your favorite Counter-Strike team in your home country. Sincerely, I hope they haven't seen the pictures, Mario, because that would add a little pressure to me.
I mean, that looks like a rave, but it's just techno on the screens instead of techno in their ears. It's unbelievable what the Mongolian sport looks like. And I know that America does love Mongols too, and I love that they're giving so much energy to them, but I just hope that they're not out of gas.
There's absolutely no way is there.
This is insane.
Shit.
This is absolutely insane. But when we talk about pressure, we do obviously have to be looking at the side of Vitality. Heavy favorites to come into this. We were talking about it all season long. 6 trophies. If they can't lift this one here today.
It's not for nothing, but obviously it would be a huge sting for Vitality if they were to fail to win this major. They are the heavy favorites. You look at the odds as well. Obviously, they are supposed to win this one. Now I want to put one player on the spot right here. Messi. He's going to play in pit, CT side. I think he needs to step it up right here. He's been doing well so far, but to have a Crumtamp who's going to do well in that position, to lock it down, that has to be Messi to begin with.
It all falls down to Inferno. One final map in the Lone Star State to see who will be hoisting.
Moody Center, from Boston to Austin, 7 long years. And what if we got map 3 Inferno with an underdog on the server? You can't write a story better than this.
We've been here before. Austin, I want to just keep it real for a second. Tomorrow morning, all of us wake up and everything you've seen in the last 3 weeks is nothing but a memory. This is your chance to embody Counter-Strike yet again while everybody at home and all of the Mongolians in their country cheer on. So I want you to give it your fucking all. I want you loud. I want you proud. I want to fucking hear Because this is Counter-Strike.
Had to take an ear cup off just to appreciate that. Thank you so much, Moody. Let's get into it. Make no mistake, Vitality have been hit hard on this map. They've lost twice so far at this major. They have not won Inferno so far. Legacy and Mouse. Between them, they got 7 rounds. The scariest part, Connor. 1 poor CT side, 1 poor T side. There's no consistency right now at this event for Vitality on this map.
Which is just so bewildering to say about the team that has been the embodiment of consistency throughout the first half of 2025. How is it that Inferno remains so elusive at the most important event of the season?
Oh, the guy with all the utility just popped up, took out Mezzi, and pushed the other CT back. Rop's looking for his way back in, but he's letting them go.
Whoa.
Oh, there's Senzu down. That's a nice find.
Give me more of that. Mzinho kind of stuck into this corner.
But he could just hold him back. He knows his power right now. Let's see how they fight this. Rops. Bullet between the eyes from long range. Apex playing retake. Good spot here for the Mongols. Lost 2 pistols last time. Will they make up for it?
This B-site needs some improvement. This map needs some improvement. As far as Vitality's camp's concerned, we've got 1 kit here for Rops for the retake. You've got an incendiary and you've got a smoke grenade. Small pieces of a big puzzle with massive ramifications. Early momentum is what Vitality need to weaponize. And right now they want to get this retake going.
I think Mr. Molly because the flash.
910's going to try to swing out from the pool. He's got Techno to work with. 2 kills from the back of the site. Flames, he's got the answer with a couple of his own. And this player up close is not going down.
Как knife nå? What?
Time for this. Apex has got to run. He grabs the kit back up. And it's Mzinho to
Sån knife nå då.
Are ahead right now in this final. They got this pistol. They secured that site. This first pick, again, full kit of utility. 1 bullet ruins Mongol's day. All that utility comes into effect as they take the site. They have their cake and eat it too. A knife kill.
What a time to start sprinkling in the swagger.
That's a lot of extra money to be made after winning.
Ne, pistoletų raundas dar neganau tada knaifino žmogų, tai čia iš vis kosmosas.
Taking and defending Banana has been a problem for Vitality. Apex, as was called upon by the desk, has to be the one to contribute a lot here. And he has been playing well. He who wins Banana wins Inferno.
So far, that's all this defense looks like. A smoke in front of all 5. As if a 1v5 on B site wasn't hard enough. Thing is, though, he's still working with a good amount of grenades, so he will refresh that smoke. But we've seen a lot, I think, throughout this series of the Mongols kind of pushing the limits on smoke grenades.
The thing is, sometimes you see a smoke like this and you don't believe anything, because would you block if there was a flank coming in?
Right.
You'd want to leave it open. I wouldn't be surprised if they run through this.
5-7, off of the flashbang. This is good from Apex. Slows it down for a second, allows for the other pistols to arrive in time.
He's waiting for a flash.
Mezzi's gonna just jump on through. He's got teammates around him, and those are frazzled Mongols players. MP9 unable to get the next one. This is Blitz with a big multi-kill already. 3 frags to his name, but you've got ZywOo into the clutch. Player over towards the pillars trying to get his hands busy. ZywOo's got a chance. And when there's a chance, there's a clutch for ZywOo. He is the pillar of Vitality.
He saved this, denied the second round conversion. The 1-on-2, look at this flash. It's absolutely beautiful. He has to make up for that last map. Mongols did to him what they did to Simple earlier on in the quarterfinal. He's coming into
Ale
this final
rimtai.
tied as the highest rated player ever in a major playoff.
Which is just amazing. Hell of a time to pull it off.
But it won't mean anything without this win. And certainly a lot less without his performance in this very final.
Exchange kills, top banana. That's going to send the Mongols back. So many questions about Vitality on Inferno. Why did it start to go so wrong? And how do they stop this free fall, this abyss that is their current record on Inferno, specifically here in Austin? Utility's healthy still for the Mongols, and they've also got a bunch of space going for them. Rops is looking to get into the action. AK stuck into the fight, but it's Rops and ZywOo. What other duo would you want to try to hold back the Horde? 9-10, the last player up. They do a great job on this defense to just keep Mongols at bay. No footing closer to that bomb site. No kill on the defense goes their way. And so that gut-wrenching feeling pistol to being completely bottomed out economically now starts to sink in.
This used to be the map that was the one that Mongols could rely on, and they didn't really have a map pool otherwise. Now it's just a feature, not one that they picked, but one that they're happy to run into. A map that they took to round 24 the last time they played against Vitality. Vitality, no, they won last time.
I feel like within this series, there's been so many small mid-round moments where either team is just kind of taking that prod to their enemy, and this last round's such a great example of it again. ZywOo off short, Rops up into the apartments.
No kill off that, but they run through the nades. They're going all the way.
They're going strong. They're trying to catch Vitality entirely off. This is the kind of decision that could actually have further ramifications. It is a massive hole inside of this B site.
Oh, the counter util's fantastic. Running back and committing to the run back and falling back on their utility. Doing everything well here, not a single death.
The Mongols thought that the element of surprise was going to be enough for this fourth round. Instead,
what they needed was someone to start Hobbit. The triple need to take him out, and then they could run over the site, but no one was there. It was a solid call on the anti-eco setup here for Vitality. Apex can be proud of his teammates for where they use their utility from. How much space they gave up, but they never draw the line.
You will often find Vitality players floating around in that perfect place where the nades did pop, just not this time. And so ready for something that aggressive. Here it is. Mongols bottomed out. Desert Eagles across the board. If the last round fell so flat, why would you have any belief in this one? The one thing if Vitality were making mistakes, giving early fights, offering an opening to the Deagles, that has not been the case so far.
They're going to look to slow this one down to a crawl. When you see a buy like this, you want everybody to have enough time to work an angle, to take the fight that they're looking for. It's time to be greedy. You have a Deagle in play. You're trying to knock off a lot of health, take out a player, knock down 5K from the scoreboard. But you don't have the util. Go forward with any kind of exact, but you know what? They're actually crawling up quite quickly.
Again, trying to play with timing, but just the contrast. Much slower this time around. ZywOo's going to catch the kill over towards the A site. That's the backup plan of the Mongols going south. And if the Vitality players aren't giving you a thread to pull on, then try to get tricky. That's what we see here with this blitz boost. Senzu loves to test these smokes, and he's looking to do it again.
Oh,
and that's going to catch them. Mezzi on the recovery. He had a multi-kill last round when they played it fast, but look at the radar. Look how far away they are.
He peeled back immediately.
Mezzi, that is what they needed. A lineup on players that didn't have armor. It's made that much easier for Mezzi, but it's just that fast move that could have, maybe should have broken down this defense. Techno's been a hell of a clutch, but with 3 players, I don't think so. Majority stand tall for Vitality. 4-1 lead early days.
ZywOo gets him back into this game. They run with it from there. Protocols are looking sound. They must have taken time to talk about their Inferno. The first loss was versus Legacy. That was some time ago. The Mouse loss must have been startling after that, because it wasn't a close game. It was one-sided, and that's just not what we've seen from what is the strongest map in their pool, or was. But now it's become their most studied map. Now it's become the most predictable one to come into a veto. That's what Mongols tried to lean into. And Vitality looked like they may have taken it back to the level that it was at before they came to this major. No better time to do it than now. Apex, the captain of this team, man. Looking for 3 majors across 2 games. And while other players have made role swaps, none as ambitious as trying to become the world's best IGL and then actually create arguments for it.
Fast move towards Banana. Techno, got his pocket. Gets burned out of this though. At least he finds Sanctuary within that smoke, but he is just zoned at the moment. Lucky to still be standing. Apex gonna hunt him down within that one as they leave a player still committed to the Banana. Again, there's been a lot of, I think, early support systems for Vitality at this B site. If they're trying to find an improvement as to how to get back into their old Inferno ways, maybe this bolstered B site really is the key, because so far so good. They've got Mongols walk back wounded yet again.
Their utility just looks so fresh right now. Everything is hitting exactly where it needs to be. You can see the health bars for the Mongols. The first kill that comes out. Techno tries to push through smoke because Flames uses all of his ammo. It's just a bait. Apex is watching that. He's very careful before he hits that reload button to make sure Flamesy gets his bullets back in his gun.
In the absence of any follow-up down Banana, we do get the Mongols, who look damn adamant about trying this one again. Still, a little bit of utility to come out for Vitality. They've kept the coffers well stocked for this. Challenge through the smoke goes down flat as hell. Flamesy looking for temporary cover as Apex is here to relieve the pressure.
Oh, it's pristine.
Just absolute excellent B-site defense.
Get excited, Apex, because that is dream level play here from your team. Everything in position, everyone covering each other. Flash is not having the impact they're looking for. Mongols, they're trying to get ahead of these flashbangs. There's even strats where you're designed to take an after image flash and run through it. You can see Flamesy catching the tail end of these, but before he does, he's in an active defense. He's not tucked back waiting for his teammate to take all the aggro for him. I love that bounce in position.
It's the reaction of a man who's starting to believe. Very awkward for Flamesy, but I'll just say the fact he gets away with that.
Yeah, that just shows you how good the flashes are.
Another testament to the strong utility. Remember the last time that Mongols tried to hit up this A site, it was that ZywOo short side ROPS in apps defense that just pushed forward and attacked at the right time. Again, they're trying to change it up. Great kill from Mzinho!
2, that's the whole
side.
Nice.
That's what they needed, right? The first instance of an X factor that comes out from the attack.
That's their way in.
You can boost over top of the smoke and you can still catch them off guard. They do exactly that with the fading bullets of that magazine. Mezzi connects onto Techno and the 910 slides down into the site, but he still doesn't even have a kill.
The best upgrade he can find is a Tech 9. We're talking about Amalia and Mzinho.
M4 for the player over in pit.
That one buys him some time towards short, but Mzinho, he's gonna have to do so much here.
Trying to go for the reposition, trying to find that timing. They hear the feet burning! No way! No way! This young gun steps up immensely! Apex will try to find the exits. The Mongols needed an answer.
Kali koštus, tik tais 2 padaryti bus viskas su šią savaitę. Apart dar iš tų 3.
Entries with a Tech 9 out of halls. Versus who? ROPS and ZywOo of all people.
Wow. And then the lineup.
Yeah.
So there's the sign of life. There's that half buy, pull through. In a situation where Senzu and 910, the 2 players that were finally having their best playoffs in history, are currently dropping.
Pala su kokiais Ferraris? Blet kainuoja belikiek, aš net neturiu tokių pinigų.
And now the utility's starting to work back in the other direction.
Or 1992 Ferrari 512 TR.
Even on this round, but went a little bit better for the T side. Now, the thing about chess is you have to wait for your opponent to go before you can go again. But Blitz, in this fluid game of Counter-Strike, he can create an
Ai, turiu.
explosive game of Counter-Strike at any pace he wants.
Ačiū
That's what
Dievui.
Vitality called the Mongols before this match took place.
250 Testarossa 90 57.
Smoke. Map control throughout the series has been pretty good for the Mongols. They paid inside a middle for Dust too, but they never stopped trying to take it. And they overall owned it on Mirage.
Nu, tai dar pasisekė labai.
This is a change up in the A setup in anticipation of another attempt to take down this bomb site. Mezzi's gonna get flashed in and he will drop the ball. There was no answer back. Robs leans further away from his earlier perch positions. ZywOo over towards the arch side, turns just in time.
What a pick
Gets
off.
a second chance. Blitzo cracks it open from the arch side. And we're gonna go 2 versus 2 with the B site defenders halfway here. Flamesy still playing around on arch. In the time that it'll take Apex to get into play, Flamesy takes a glance over towards the front of brackets.
And 910's going graveyard. This is a big... Oh, he runs back, actually.
Still with 0 kills. Gets a flash of the presence over towards the library. Apex just dancing with the devil. 910 wounded down to 32. Flamesy getting ever closer. Apex getting away with a robbery. Senzu from the back aside. Leading by example.
Baited that shot out from the library. Scaled with every single miss to follow. 910 had his best chance on that last shot and couldn't put it together. Too much pressure from Apex.
So the change up here for Vitality is to throw Mezzi in the front, and it still doesn't get what they need.
Yeah. Oh.
How many times is 910 gonna not shoot Apex?
That was the chance. Can't say he didn't put himself in a good spot.
Phenomenal.
Oh. Incredible shooting from the captain. Mongols running through these timeouts. This half is certainly not over, but at this pace,
Gerai. Tai šiandien čia užtenka
you
tikrai.
can't drop those 2v2s when you have the sight.
Galim pažiūrėti dabar jau normaliai šitą dalyką.
The final map of the season.
What a treat. Look at this B defense. Vitality's starting to feel a little confident with this consecutive A pressure that's been coming out.
I swear the problem with them, playing against them, they're so hard to condition.
I mean,
something can work 3-4 times in a row, they'll still try to go for it.
I was thinking to myself, maybe they think that Mongols have less than they do. Trying to get aggressive like that.
I really focused in on A. They put a lot into that single Molotov that came down.
Felt like at first Vitality just wanted to react, but this round, I mean, that is an opening gambit that pays off into alt.
Flamesy's the guy you can leave alone in B. Every team he's ever played on, he's played Banana, oftentimes by himself. He's very good shoulder spotting, not dying to ops, making sure to use his utility perfectly. So good at getting those one-ways off back in CSGO. Someone so young, won so much. And after this map, if he wins, we'll grab that chip. Not something you want to think about, but...
Slides out when he has to, gives himself a flash to do it again. And Senzu's able to dodge that flash, so the trade is good, if not a little delayed. We're gonna have pressure on this site again. You've got Apex within it, you've got Rops over towards the pit, and the support towards spawn. In the off chance that they try to take it into CT would have been one thing. Apex gonna have to go massive again. And he's getting in with the damage of fast reposition. No way, he is tapping into something integral.
He's brutalizing them. He's playing like the champion that he is versus every generation's IGLs in this game. He's played against them all. When they played against Na'Vi, Rob said he's more nervous to play against Na'Vi because they weren't used to it. Apex said, I know how to play against Blade's teams. He can tap into that history. He's the one who won't get nervous. Pronax, Fallen, Kerrigan, Glaive, he has seen it all.
And so they reach 7 rounds. An elusive score for Inferno in Austin. Tons of utility pressure yet again as the Mongols limp towards this banana. And we see this more and more confident Vitality starting to grow across the map from the alt-mid push of last round into the double up on Banana. Very passive here from Techno. They're going to go into the boost. Off of the reload, Techno slides down beneath. They don't know. But he is barely standing. And his timing could be to a T.
They won't know about this.
Turned. Unsure about the boost. It's a fast recovery from Flamesy, but they're still an open gate. Blitz has got the bomb out middle, waiting for this kind of a peek. Him and Mzinho are gonna get it. Will Mezzi find these again from the same position as last round? Finds one and leaves.
They could keep the game alive with this round. 3-on-3. Rob's coming in from behind as usual. Gets spotted. Mzinho takes him down.
And Mezzi's got the gap. Whoa, he's not able to collect the kill. But that does give Flamesy a chance back towards sight, and already a good smoke to work in front of. That's just the right amount of cover, but they're still gonna play for the bracket side. They don't know where exactly the Mongols stand. And that smoke, that is gonna leave a massive gap on top of the route that Flamesy's already created for himself, but he opts to go around the barrels. And that is already Senzu locked in. You've got half health of the two players. You've got Mezzi trying to tap back into his ability to clutch. Not this time. A-side falls again. At the very least, it's a 3-round T-side for the Mongols.
Honest Dave's work on that round to get up to the top of Banana, take over control, get back to mid, all the way down to the 3v3. Every moment is a way back in for Vitality. They're there watching and trying to guard these spots. But Zaiwu goes cross-side trying to peek into mid. Mezzi doesn't finish off his meal when he peeks
Fucking
off
Titan
Arch.
Hollow.
And this is how Mongols...
Bля, kiek ten tas kalašas kainuoja? What the fuck? Biškai aš noriu kitaip, biškai.
So while that B site looks under lock and key,
Mongo.
there is a chink in the armor of the A site defense.
Mongols.
Yeah, they found a gap. And they're really successful at taking
Here we go,
brackets.
bro.
You can see that.
Oh, yes.
Vitality have shaped up a lot on B. I mean, counting up this utility damage, it's gone swimmingly this entire half. But
Tikas negausi balo.
single time they find a way to get their trades or get up mid. It's only that one anti-eco that got crushed.
Ooh, fire beneath him. He's gonna get some of the util out.
Fucking tas kalašas į Sveikas.
Vitality attack it into ult. Had Mezzi maybe get a little too repetitive from that corner.
Bomb towards A.
But repetition will cause hesitation for the Mongols in this round. And very quickly, Apex is calling the troops over. They want to bolster this bomb site before the follow-through comes out because you
Wait,
said
what's
it,
teammates?
brackets looks
Oh my
good for
God,
the
I'm
Mongols.
tweaking,
They've
bro.
taken it over entirely yet again with a minute
Oh,
on the
hell
clock.
no, I'm
Got an
tweaking.
interesting defense. I mean, they're on the perimeter. They're stopping. what
Almost
could
like
be a
YC
B play. It
AFK.
feels like that Apex is worried about a split coming this direction, but it's not. It's going to be a full.
I'm too
Zaiwu
stressed.
might get full
50
contact.
seconds.
But on a sliver angle, he'll actually try to rotate around. Now it's on Mezzi once again. Rob's in the mini pit to support him.
Zaiwu, Hail Mary. Rob's head down in the little pit for now. Mzinho about to emerge out from the apartments, and Rob's
40
is going to be
seconds.
standing down beneath him.
We need
Mezzi
this
looks like
round, we
a
need
shell
this
that's down
round.
first, it's back
Nice,
turn.
good
There's
rebound.
Mzinho with the
No,
drop, but no
what?
shot, but Zaiwu, what is
Ignore,
happening?
ignore.
Mezzi in the corner, dealt with.
Another
2v3, 2v3.
Gut shot to gut shot, back and forth. Finally,
Double
a man
no
advantage
scopes.
for the retake.
Zaiwu hits no
We've
scope.
seen
9-10,
it come out.
2v2.
11 health for 9-10.
Lemma kaip flagina tas streamas.
Makes a world of difference. He has second thoughts. A chance to reload that off. But the element of
9-10, 9-10.
surprise
This was
is
his
coming out
first
from Apex.
kill, and it's 2 kills.
And he will catch Mzinho. So now with 11 HP, he is going to have to pull this out from the same place. Apex found his impact. Fantastic flash. No chance this time. Vitality take 8.
The
No.
fight round was so perfect there.
Hey, Vanya, Julius. Vanya молодец, скажешь, ну.
Mzinho, he missed the one moment, like ships in the night. Apex got up into boiler. That was the moment where 910 is disarmed to the site. He gets flanked from behind, and that's the shot that Zaiwu hit.
It's not the only one that he tried to send through smoke, but it's sure as hell the one he needed. And I mean, this map is going to be a statement for Apex if he is able to keep up this ability.
Again, the CTs were close by, but as soon as Mongols had them on the outside of that smoke, on library out in CT.
You are fucking insane!
Nah, it's done.
I want this matchup with you boys! Let's go!
Let's go,
boys! Fucking get it, boys.
You can hear the ecstasy. It's a party over there for Vitality, keeping the energy up, and Look at Apex go, 15-4.
Chance and Banana steps up to the test. A little bit delayed to put the smoke down. And so the recovery for the Mongols.
Ai, senis tas Apexas.
Inside of these smokes, getting away with something, trying to head back towards middle.
I'd love to see the head-to-head between Mzinho and the A players, whoever it is. Robs, Zywoo, he's getting out there.
Oh God, roll this into momentum. Zywoo floating around Robs. This position gets spammed. And he's gonna get dinked in the process. Yeah, it's not nearly as comfortable.
No,
Robs
nothing.
still able to get the double. And with the smoke in front, Mezzi opens. Bomb plant in the middle, and 910 has to cover. There's a good amount of health now this time, but he only has 2 kills on this third map. 910's performance is betraying him. The stars of the Mongols that got them here have bottomed out. It is now or never. 910 unable. And Vitality, there's their 9th. 12 rounds of play, 6 rounds of a lead. A major on the line.
Mongolia. Cool. Arena tai visiškai packed.
And so it's a marked improvement out of the Vitality camp, but it is still in the back of their minds, the beast that they have to overcome. Knowing Inferno is where they have failed in Austin, if Vitality want to grab that crown jewel, they need to close this game, and they've got to do it against this crowd. Austin, the final half of your major begins.
You guys have done just as well as the players to make this feel amazing, maybe even better. Now Mongols look for a pistol to give themselves
camera work.
a fair shot at the comeback. That's what Blitz is hoping for. A chance to call rifle rounds to show that they can match what Legacy and what Mouse did to Vitality already at this event. A map that they have gone the distance on versus Vitality.
First and foremost, smoked off of Brackets. Brackets was such a key piece of the Mongols' T side. For better or not, ooh, Blitz taking early damage. Might not bode well, but you've got Mdinho, and he's only going to find his single kill. 9-10 up next, clean sweep of the site again.
Ай, была, не играй, не играй. Не та команда.
Ran through that Mezzy. 16 and 8 off this 3K. Two players.
Не, теж Віталій приміщення. Навіть не колбу.
Senzu takes a look towards Pit, and they will cut the head off this snake.
They're gonna Vitality. Have to Bernie if they win this, man. Winning a 2v4 retake on the A side, it's unheard of.
Nobody slithering here for Vitality. They just lock into their corners. They allow the retake to come to them. Senzu gets another. Zywoo's gonna close it. It may have been opened up by Mezzy, but it's Vitality stars to shut it down. Double digits in an instant.
They picked great spots. Mezzy came through, a player we've been talking about in highlight moments more than we ever have in his career. Somebody who, in his initiation to Vitality, was just their 5th best player. Just a guy who seemed like a great presence, who was decent at anchoring, but struggled to find that chemistry when Spinks was on the team. Now he has really blossomed. He takes control, he wins rounds by himself, he pulls out clutches, and we can see what he does with the pistols.
Gonna try to get aggressive through that smoke. Blitz actually gets killed on the fall back. This is Vitality with 2 MAC-10s, and this could be a quick one. MP9 into the apartments, just straight up taken down by Zywoo. And what a beautiful moment this could be for the formula of Vitality, because we haven't had to say his name too often. 8 frags on this 3rd map as he watches his teammates move past him. Taking over versus the Mongols. They now sit pretty in a 5v3, and Vitality, with a wealth of experience, know how to avoid these sorts of mistakes.
Mongols may be a young team, but Vitality made moves to make their team younger too, and that was a risk at the time, a risk that has certainly paid off. These have become players that you can trust in any circumstances. Looking for a chip to finish their season. I'm sure it would almost feel like if they didn't win this, nothing mattered at all. But with this run, Vitality, this could be the best in 6 years that we've seen from any rosters.
You can see just how safe they are, escorting Robs to get that bomb over towards B.
Ты что сравниваешь,
The change the Valve gave us by putting this event at the end of the season. Everybody plays towards the major. And while Vitality have blown our minds with their consistency and results throughout this season, we have slowly started to see them look more human the closer they got to this final hurdle. It is poetic that Inferno's where this ends.
Yes, indeed. And Rops will be forever remembered as the difference. Before Vitality, everybody knew he was that thoroughbred star role player, made space on maps, didn't need extra help when he anchored. But since he joined this team, how quickly they took off. The anchor you cannot replace. So for the Mongols, we'll find out now if the lights are too bright. One map in the series. But then they saw the finish line. And ironically, that's when it gets the farthest away.
Bet pajaučiu labai koks 1% nori, kad Vitality laimėtų.
For the first time ever, when they were whooping Vitality, we started to see Senzu smile. We started to see emotions break through for the Mongols. Something that somehow, some way, through trials and tribulation, they have always kept to themselves. The youngest ever team to make it to a major finals.
Oh, man. Making history from so many different perspectives. They have so much to be proud of. But when you're this close, and you're giving yourself this much of a chance, and you have the biggest threat in the grand finals, take some pressure off, play the good CS we saw in map 1. You've got nothing else to do today. I saw a sign in the crowd that said CS is played 1 round at a time. They've got to dig into that mental space. The same one that got them to this final. Already their best result this year.
Apex storms his way through Banana, sends that frag grenade deep onto Senzu. He's going to have to deal with the chip damage now. It takes the greatest teams in history a long time to learn how to win. Look at Astralis. 2024 was a year marked by disappointment for Vitality and yet promise. The thought of Mongols pulling this one out of the hat would have been nothing shy of a Cinderella story. And Senzu tries to tap into that fairy tale with a smoke spam back sight, at least a hope at holding off this B site. Bomb yet to be planted and smoke soon to fade. And there is more utility where that first one came from. If the Mongols want to take a swing at this, now feels like the time. But they're going to let Mzinho get into the flank first. And as he gets ever closer, he's going to make contact versus Zywoo, who has the advantage of the Galil. Damage goes both directions, but the Mongols have to make a difficult decision. Do you try? Do you put your entire major on the line? Dreams wielded in this clutch attempt towards B, shut down by the best. 9-10 versus 3 denied. Vitality will secure themselves 9 championship points.
Current ball, OT, overtime.
Apex takes after this moment. Zywoo's smile on his face. The two young players on the right enjoying this, contributing so much. The fantasy season. Vitality.
Kurwa.
He might be able to complete it here and now in front of this crowd. Something that we didn't think was possible in CS2, to put on an era.
Ooh, fire beneath him. Gonna give him a little lifeline. Flamesy actually kills him. That one goes down towards middle, so a successful endeavor out from the Mongols on B. Every round they play from here on out will be without the score in mind. Counter-Strike is played round by round, kill by kill, click by click. And with 9-10 finding a couple more kills, these rifles that they have barely found in their hands could damn well extend play. Flamesy, birthday boy.
Shocker, OT, OT, OT.
Round comeback.
He doesn't see a way back in. There's two worlds that we live in right now. One where Vitality have to stew in the thought that, oh, guns respond. And we've not been able to break through on Inferno, or the other where everything feels like it's almost secured. One final round win here for Vitality. Knowing Apex and his swagger and the way he came through that floor with a middle finger and a phone in hand.
Yeah, he's done this before. That's what that says to me.
But he made a mistake this round. He offers up that opening kill. 9-10 will seize the day. That's 1 down, 8 to go.
Vitality immediately into a timeout. Mara will get a second and a final chance to speak here. Apex has a number of jobs. Keep his team steady emotionally, to come through with a good game plan, to make sure everybody is playing their roles right. But most importantly, to continue to play to win. 9-10 looks shaken in the first half of this game. Started 0-7, 0-8. Gets this famous 2K. Maybe he gets back online. Maybe it's too late. Like you said, you have to learn how to win.
You gotta learn how to dig yourself out of the depths. 9-10 and Senzu don't want to wake up and look at themselves in the mirror tomorrow and remember this map 3, not with the ratings they currently have secured. You gotta play to win if you want it. And you can see Blitz doing exactly that with this quick little look down mid, but nothing over towards alt for him to pull on. They peel it back. So, that's what they're looking for, but Mezzi's got the fast answer. And how many more times is Mezzi going to be the key to overwhelming sights?
I don't think anyone's overtaking him right now. 19 and 10 still going. Aging like wine in this match. Can't decide what's the utility to use here at the top of Banana.
You've got the Mongols split in a minute. You've got their backs against the ropes.
9-10. Up to the plate, whether he knows it or not.
Sits here with a flash and incendiary for Mzinho. Mzinho's going to try to go for the peak, and he's going to collect himself 2 kills. Good thing he didn't have a nade out. Done yet. Round by round.
Žiūrėk, dar rimtai comebackas bus.
One foot in front of the other. Fantastic plays here. Great trade back from Mezzi, but a spray transfer into another. Beautifully done. Full control of the brackets. 7 rounds to go.
And you can see that Mongols tethering going down so nicely, ready to respond to the action.
They're buying 9-10 time. He gets on the op now.
Nice.
For him.
Remember where he was, folks. 4 kills, 16 deaths for 9-10 at the start of this one. That bomb is online, but the answer's already coming through. Flamesy, that's a couple of kills. That is a vacant A-bomb site, but obviously at the moment they don't know it. And 9-10 was floating around here, so they're thinking he's not too far off. It would be an absolute tragedy for this to be the round that slips through their hands.
They want to fully avoid this. Rops looking for an upgrade, it feels like.
No way Flamesy does it all, right? There is no world where he goes beyond these 2 kills.
They know he's around here.
That M4 over towards the library. Rops soon to jump down into the site. Flamesy given a chance. That is a trio of frags. He is trying to take over the server on his day. 9-10 into the bomb site, missed shot. And now we're talking about a post plan with an incredibly clutch player still alive.
This could be it.
Helping hands offered over by Rops. A round opened by Flamesy.
Techno approaching 100 HP, all the weight of the world on his shoulders.
So much clutch in his coffers, we know it. But Vitality, give him the space, and nobody's gonna swing just yet. They take their time, sweet time.
Well, good.
Techno into the 2.
No.
He doesn't find bomb immediately. Lucky he's got the kit. Luckily, he's got the clutch.
Ice cold.
Wow.
Always.
From Mirage to here. When you anchor, it's your responsibility to put up rounds like those. And we've seen Techno have his bad days. But right now he's looking like Magic's in Shanghai with these moments. 6 rounds to go.
Nine-10 showed you promise at the start of that. 9-10 had you believing, but he also missed a critical shot that could have cost them this game.
Will Vitality think about the fact that they gave that away so close to the trophy? Is this one more chance that 9-10 needed? Or will it rest on a miss? Rops goes down inside of the halls.
No easy feat killing Rops inside the apartments. But what we haven't seen is this B site truly tested. And so they start to lean over. Techno stepping into the front of the site, but as he goes down, Senzu gives up his position with the trajectory of that nade. And he thinks about it. But he's at the very least allowed 1 to cross over. That is Mezzi with footing on site. That is the bomb to follow suit.
2 CTs still on the A site. They don't believe this just yet. Smoke will go down and so will the plant.
Zywoo's gonna plant it.
Flamesy takes a lot of damage.
Vitality no longer hands busy. 3 rounds down. It was 6 to go. And it is all hands on deck for the Mongols. It is only flashbangs for this retake. Right back into the kill feed. It is another triple from the young star of Vitality. ZywOo's gonna lean back into the site. Mezzi awaiting. Now he sees the barrel. He's got himself the kill. And so one frag out. 9-10 from the bottom of the score.
GG.
Haunted by this performance, unless, and it is not to be, for it is the bees. Today is the day of Vitality.
They make it happen. They complete the season. They get a chip for everyone. After all their wins and successes, the pressure mounted so high that this was must win. Another BO3 in a row. Apex, another championship. But the one that mattered the most. Everything else pales in comparison to a win here in Austin.
GG.
And they didn't flub it at the final hurdle. A fantastic attempt from the Mongols in trying to stop this from happening after
No kas boring, blemba, kad dėjo comebacko, tai darydė savo.
They've been tested and they've been battle hardened and survived it all. Another test passed and a well-deserved break after this match because Vitality have won this season.
No.
It's all in a damn near flawless form. Poetic ending on Inferno. And there is no denying that in the anatomy of Vitality, Apex and greatness are only one Bonaparte. Love him or hate him, you have to respect him because this man is a leader of men. Dan Matisklaev has sharpened the deadliest Counter-Strike weapon we have ever seen. ZywOo is extraordinary. And his evolution into the greatest of all time is truly underway. From the day he was born, this was his destiny. In Austin, they will seize their crown jewel. Your Blast Austin Major Champions Team Vitality!
Gerai, GG, davai. Varau ruošiu mėgot, davai. Va, reikėjo čia timerį sustabdyti dar. Gerai, davai.
Naktis virš miško balandžiai ir kareivių veidai pasimetęs mėnulis šviečia upės dugne apsikeiskint drabužiais kitame krante aš noriu žolės ir medžių pavėsin aš noriu rėkti turi teisę rėkti kai jie pamatys kad tu sujudėjai